Perfect.
All right.
All right.
We sound good.
We are a go.
Oh, we're doing
Wait,
this again?
time out. Gum. Ooh, I'm nice.
You're like a
that would have been
teacher.
bad all over y'all little. Okay.
Here, come on.
All over the.
Come on,
Sorry,
come here.
I know that's
here.
ugly, right?
Give it here. Give it.
There's no way I can put
Here.
that.
You gonna get you a piece of foil off the plate?
Yeah, I don't want to like have that in the,
Give
in the
it
shot.
here. Come on. Open your mouth. Don't swallow it. Don't you swallow it.
Don't you
Right, you gotta
swallow
hold it.
Thank you. Yeah, because I would have been hitting that gum too.
All right, I think we're good now.
Are we good now? Are we good now?
Feels much later than it is.
No, it's pretty late.
I was gonna say.
All right.
Episode 86.
What?
Right?
80s are taking forever. Honestly.
Right?
You
86.
just ready for it to be the 90s? So
I'm
you can
ready
fuck
to
some
jump
shit up.
into the 90s,
Be in
man.
second grade and shit.
I hope it's
In the second grade.
86/87 because I'm not sure which one.
It's 86.
Slash.
86.
86A.
Commit to something, sir.
Nah, I don't commit. Welcome to another episode of Please.
Married twice.
Wow. Wow.
Listen, I'm just gonna sip.
Wow.
I'm just gonna take a sip.
Wow, Jen. Wow.
You
start over?
I haven't even I couldn't even get through the please delete this. She gonna throw that out there.
Can we start over?
No. Delete this. I'm not even gonna just cut out that part, please.
It's staying. Oh, you want to delete it, bro?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say. I was like, I'm keeping that shit. That's gold.
In the building, we have Darren.
Bim.
Genevieve.
And today, we have a special guest.
Yes.
Known this young lady for some time.
Yes.
I don't know if she remembers back. Her brother and my brother went to community prep together.
I went to community prep too.
You went too? See,
We're twins.
No, I know, but DC came to the house. That I didn't see you.
Oh well, you know, African parents can't go to no boy's house.
It's
Yeah,
true.
man.
It's true.
Wait.
That is so
But then they'll
funny.
ask you now, where's your husband?
Right, you know what I'm saying? People want me to be married with kids, and I'm like, well,
If you let me go to them boys' house,
if I
We
could have
would be having this
dated,
conversation.
maybe I would know how to have a relationship. I don't know.
my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Wynnel in the house.
Hey. This is gonna be
That was
fun.
a great intro.
It's real talk, man.
Hello.
What's up? How you?
I'm so excited to be here. I'm a little lit, but it's all in celebration.
Yes, yes.
So,
And we are celebrating indeed. Now, other than to kick it, because we love to have people kick it with good energy,
yes.
there's a purpose.
There's
be
a,
in here.
yes.
I love
yes,
purposes.
yes.
What is the purpose?
You know, it's so funny because am I the only Liberian accent in here? Because
Yes.
y'all making me feel real weird. Right
Turn
now.
it up. Because we got Haiti, we got Ghana,
Okay, all right.
we got Nigeria.
Nah,
so
because it's y'all like influence. I don't want to be influenced to to have a Nigerian accent. You know what I mean? Like so that's why. Because I almost said there is a purpose. Like, I almost said that. You know what I'm saying?
And she was like, I didn't feel right in
You
her
know what I
heart.
mean?
It
It
didn't
just
feel
like
right.
as if and I was just like, wait, why am I being persuaded to do this?
don't pay me any mind. I go
told
in
you,
and out of
Ben.
it.
You're all about the peer pressure. I told you last time.
Me?
Peer pressure.
No, that's not me, man. I don't do that. Me?
Yeah. Maybe.
Anyways,
Okay.
Yeah, yo, Nigeria.
that was you, right?
But by accident, he said he was going to make sure he said it to
Hey, we'll talk about why that's a thing. Wynnel is here to kick it and also share some very exciting things that she has going on in her life.
Yes. Very exciting things. So I'm here to talk about something called yoni steaming. If you want to be a little bit more clinical, you can say peri-steam hydrotherapy. But it's talking about basically I steam vaginas.
So let me tell you,
It's a wonderful thing. I'm let you know.
I am excited.
Okay. Listen,
The pervert in me is like, yes.
see, it's not even about that.
It's not about being a pervert.
No.
Okay,
Don't let me lie.
okay.
Don't let me lie. Yeah. I do have customers who,
Well, perverts.
they're not perverts. You might have a dick appointment, a coochie appointment.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you're nice and,
All right.
So,
Good.
real quick, the maturity level of the podcast.
so low.
It's
This might be the worst place for you to be.
Just
Listen, everybody has to know.
Right.
All maturity levels.
God
Can we
bless.
start over?
So, Yoni,
I
was
steam
it?
broccoli.
Yoni.
He steam.
I steam coochie.
Yo, I have it in my head. You know the pot guy with the holes, and you just put a bunch of broccoli. Instead of that, put a bunch of vaginas.
Wow. How are you collecting these?
Hey, give me the frozen vagina bag in the freezer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I promise this will be an educational
So
podcast
right.
at some point. At some point.
It will. Steam them clams.
Brother,
I'm done.
Brother Bim came to us a couple weeks ago and was like, hey, do. She got someone who wants to be on the show to promote this, her vagina cleaning business.
Is that what?
I think it was something like that.
Vagina
That
cleaning
joint
sounds
sounded
terrible.
like a maid
Right.
service.
Come down with broom. We'll thoroughly
We'll
scrub.
get housekeeping.
Get in there and
on the Corolla.
So I know I was at work.
Vagina cleaning.
I was at work, and the phone's going off, and like I look, and it's like 10 messages. And I look, and I was like, oh, vagina, huh? All right.
Yo, I swear, as soon as you throw coochie in there, vagina,
It just
whatever you want to call
plummets.
it.
Well, tell us about it. I'm eager to learn.
So, so I know we laughing and stuff, but I will tell you where it originated from me on a serious note.
Please.
Okay.
So, I think it's been like 4 years now, which is kind of crazy.
You've been at it for 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't say it like
Yeah.
that, Bill.
And there's and I mean, so the reason was basically, so let me get the serious part out the way.
Right.
I was engaged to we ain't gonna give him no light. So I was engaged.
Okay.
We planned a baby.
Okay.
I moved to Chicago. I got pregnant, and I had a miscarriage. Like the week before I was gonna announce to everybody that I was like, expecting.
Sorry to hear.
Yo, when I tell you it was that's why people be like, yo, DC, because people know my brother. You know what I mean? And when I tell you he's Mr. Popularity.
Oh, yeah.
And yo, he knows, he's sickening. Like, he knows everybody.
Shout out to DC. What up, brother?
Yo, food on deck. Hashtag food on deck. So, people always expect me to be with him a lot, and I think now that we're older, you know what I mean, it's not the same, but people would always like, yo, where's Wynnel? Wynnel was like in a depression, like Wynnel was in a funk, like I was going through a lot, and I feel like miscarriage is one of those things that people don't talk about because like as a woman, there's like a level of shame you feel. There's like a level of, it's like, any bum, I don't want to say bum, but like just to, give an example, any woman, any person with a womb can have a baby.
Right.
And it's like, here I am like trying to like planning things, doing things right, and it doesn't work out. So I think for about 2 good years, like I was in a real life depression, and they wanted me to have surgery, and I'm a more natural approach type of person.
Yeah.
So I did a bunch of like research, and I seen all kind of stuff to get rid of, because I had fibroids basically, to get rid of fibroids, and I was like, what, stick what, where, do what? So when I saw steaming, I was like, this has to be, you know what I'm saying, this has to be a good, why not? Like, you're sitting over a pot of herbs. Like, at the very least, it has to at least feel good. Like, so, you know what I mean? So I researched it for about a good 6 months. I got in contact with the woman who basically like introduced steaming the proper way to the United States. She actually opened up a whole university dedicated to that's where I'm getting certified. So shout out to Kelly Garza at Steamy Chick. But yeah, she actually gave me a scholarship to it's so dope. So anyway, I started steaming, and I knew this was right. I like believe in like signs and that type of thing. I knew that this was going to be the thing because I ordered my product. I think like it came with a whole wooden box, a pot, a hot plate, some herbs. And I was like, I'm going to try this. And I knew it was right because it came, the order date was exactly the year that I miscarried. And
Get
I
out.
was, yo, December 20th.
Wow.
And I was just like, what? I was like, okay. So it didn't come on that day because of a snowstorm, but still, that was, that was the date. So, I've been at it for 4 years, and so like I started talking about it, and people get so squeamish. Like anytime we talk about like vaginas or anything like that, people get really like because they like to sexualize everything. You know what I mean? People like to be like, you was talking about some pervert shit, earlier, but people like to sexualize everything, and it's like women, we birth the world, yo.
Facts.
I'm not about to be ashamed to talk about something wrong with my vagina.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And no, neither should you, and neither should your sister, and neither should your mother, and neither should anybody, because literally without our wombs, because yoni means sacred space in Sanskrit, so it speaks about the whole reproductive system. Like, motherfuckers need us. So if you have an imbalance, you need somewhere safe to go and somewhere. So I started working with clients. My first client got pregnant. I was like, yo, this is real. This is legit. And then it's been history ever since.
So for the client that you met, and thank you for sharing all that information.
Yeah.
We're going to get super personal.
Let me take a little bit of-
So that client that got pregnant, were they having issues prior? And
Yeah, so you don't always have to have issues. It could be like just for regular maintenance.
Gotcha.
Little girls, because I think, especially now with the food and everything that people are eating and hormones, you women are more prone to fibroids, you're more prone to cysts, and then doctors are not trying to like fix it. They want to slice you open, they want to give you a hysterectomy, they want to give you a myomectomy, they want to give you all of these. They don't solve anything, you know what I mean? So they like scrape out fibroids, and if you want to have a baby, they're like, get pregnant tonight. Like you have like a gallon of like semen sitting in your room. Seriously, because that's what they told me. And I was like, I ain't with this man no more. Like, what am I supposed to do? And so I was just like, listen, let me just hold off. Let me heal myself. But no, the client, she, and I'm always very discreet with my clients, but she just had a lot of imbalances. She had a shorter cycle. And we wanted to make sure that everything was balanced so that she could carry the pregnancy, and she had a baby. Beautiful baby.
that's awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow. So you don't have to answer. For you personally, were you able to resolve what was going on with the steaming? Okay.
Yeah, so I was able to resolve everything. But the thing is this. So steaming will definitely fix a lot of stuff, but you have to address certain other things.
Yeah.
So my fibroids actually did grow back at a certain time because I was going through some stuff. My aunt passed away, and I was taking care of her on hospice. And I gained so much weight. And the things that you eat, things you put into your body, that's what's going to feed, the fibroids, because it's an estrogen imbalance. That's a whole other thing. But yeah, so you start to notice it, because like women, when you have your cycle, you're kind of just like, oh, wait a minute, that's a little heavier than last month. Like, what's going on? And then, so I went and got everything looked at, and turns out like they were smaller. So I know from the last time, because when I had the fibroids last time, they were 9 centimeters and 7 they were huge. Wow. So I knew that the steaming worked, because when they were telling me that the fibroids were there, they were a lot smaller. Okay. So I was like, okay, so, but yeah, it definitely, it's like a miracle. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like, it's centuries and centuries like old.
So where did this originate? Guys,
All
sorry,
over
I'm like
the world.
asking all the questions.
This is what you're supposed to do.
Doing better than me.
All over the world, literally in Asia, in Africa, but there's different versions of it. So some people use it like after you have a baby. Some people, it's great like if you have like any type of womb trauma, if you like been with a fuck boy or a fuck girl and you got that whack ass energy on you, and you just like cleanse that shit. Like so,
That's marketing right there.
So no,
Bad breakup.
right. Come see me.
you know what I mean? But seriously, it's like, cause the herbs, okay, so I'm about to get, a little
Go
deeper.
ahead, go ahead.
So the herbs, basically, like, you can speak your intentions into them. So, cause everything's vibrational, right? And people, and this has nothing to do with religion. It's literally energy. Yeah. People talk about vibes. They talk about you killing my vibes, whatever. It's energy.
Right.
So they're plants, they're living things. They were dried down. So some of them may still be raw, who knows? But once you hydrate them, they definitely have an energy. So you speak your intentions into them, whatever it is, and then you just chill out, and you just chill out, and you'll get some bomb sleep. It tightens everything up.
fellas.
Valentine's Day
Fellas.
It tightens everything up. And listen, like 4 years, okay?
Advertise the business, not yourself. Okay.
Please leave this.
The business.
Oh, she means business.
Nah, yo, I've been
she
single
does.
for mad long, yo. But anyway, but it's dope. So my business is called TenderYoni.
TenderYoni,
And
can you spell that, please?
Tender, as in TenDerYoni, and that's the same name on Instagram.
Nice.
And it's dope because I mean, it was kind of like I thought of it after I heard so remember when they had the whole Bobby Brown movie and everything come out, and they was playing like TenderYoni and stuff, and I was like, yeah,
that's a great name.
I love it.
So I was just like, let me just change some letters. But so I have this dope studio, which I'm like working so hard to get ready. Dope studio. There's gonna be 2 steam rooms. One is a big enough to have like group steams. Like if say you come with your mother or your sister or your friend.
Look at Darren's face.
You can come with your man. Listen,
like group steams kind of threw me off.
Like say, because women like to have like pamper parties. So like say like we're all having like a girls' night and like 2 women at a time go into the room. So you're not naked or anything. I mean, you can be if you want to.
Darren, women are way more open with each other.
I guess because I'm like.
Because are we gonna do that? No, but women be topless around each other, doing all types of stuff. Yeah. That's
you guys
nothing.
have your dicks out in the gym.
No, that's the older white guys.
I would shower at home.
But there's still guys who do that though.
Yeah, but that's older white guys. They don't care anymore.
They don't care, man. They just walk around.
Yeah. Hey, Frank.
Hey, how's it going? How's your workout? Standing there with their hands on their hips.
You're right. Dick is all like block, like Frank.
Cool, brother. I'm cool.
Right. Take my sweaty ass home.
So steam parties.
Steam parties, yeah. So but yeah, we have little parties, but there's always like a safety level to it too. Okay. So anything that becomes trendy tends to become a little dangerous at that point.
Let's talk about it.
You see that people are not spoil all their cuckoo team for the people.
There it is. I love it.
People are gonna be spoiling themselves. I've seen herbs. Yo, somebody was selling herbs that had dried pineapples in it, right?
Good. Because people will say, yo, if you eat pineapple, blah, blah, blah. But the herbs you were talking about are like actual herbs.
Yeah, the actual herbs. So, I mean, so the herb, it all depends. So this is why I always stress, in my particular business, I stress a consultation. I'm not going to, I mean, the herb blend that I have is a gentle herb blend, so anybody can use it. Okay. But it's like how much you can use it. So say you're a woman who don't even have a cycle anymore, but you have hot flashes. I need to know that because you could steam and your hot flashes could get worse because I've introduced that much heat to your body. Gotcha. So I need to, we need to talk so we can understand, like, are we doing a mild session? Like, I need to know what to tell you what to do. So some people just kind of like, I just sell it herbs. And it's like, it's good because it's giving people like the power to take, their healing back. But then it's kind of just like, girl, you've been steaming for like an hour. You're gonna die. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna dehydrate. You're gonna bleed out. You're gonna, you know what I mean? Like all these crazy things. You can have your cycle next because it opens the cervix. So and to allow all that. So if like you're steaming, you should never steam for more than 30 minutes, and some people should never steam for more than 10. So it's like I need to know those things before I sell you anything, right. Or have you come and sit down and do anything. So for the steam parties, like. People don't really sit down and do consultations because they take about like an hour, and sometimes they get emotional because people talk about all kind of stuff. But it's like I need to make sure that you're safe and that I'm not responsible, for.
No, I love that you do consultations because it lets people know, at least the listeners know, this isn't just some shit where you can YouTube it and then just do some stuff.
Yeah, even though that's out there, I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. I just want to put that out there, but I just feel like. It helps to be educated. You know what I mean? I feel like especially with such a sensitive area and such an important area, like I feel like it helps to be educated with that type of thing.
Love it. Now you mentioned guys.
Yes.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about this earlier.
Y'all be the culprits of a lot of bullshit.
She's a singer too, guys. But
no, that wasn't real singing.
She sang, but we're gonna talk about that.
I was drunk.
I was gonna say, is there something where like guys would come and get a similar type of treatment, or could they do something with their partner if they wanted to?
Here's the thing. I am all for dudes steaming their prostates.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a good turn.
And here's another thing on a different level. There are trans women who are not who are pre-op.
Okay.
And I feel like that would be an option that I would like to offer because trans women are not always included in a lot of these things. But I feel like when it comes to men men are like, y'all fucking egos be so ridiculous. I don't want no steam going in my butt. I don't want no this. And it's just like, nigga, sit your ass on the pot. Like, what you mean? Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
bro, say steam your booty. What's wrong?
I ain't gonna lie.
I just. Yeah,
50 Tyson.
I'd rather steam my ass and have a doctor put his
You
finger
know what
in
I'm
it.
saying? That's what I'm saying.
I'd rather steam it, guys.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I
You're
mean?
steaming.
Yo, Darren, you want?
You know what I mean?
That must feel
party?
so
You want a
fresh
steam
after.
party?
Like, because what if
Alright,
you
do it
have
with
like
it, man.
hemorrhoids or something?
Right.
Steam would be bomb. And I feel like men just feel like, you know, they're not like, I mean, I've been steaming for 4 years. My brother ain't never been like, yo, Wynnel.
Listen, I think
Let
it's
me
more
talk
than
to
him
you
to be
for a
a
minute.
guy.
Let me try that.
Let me talk to you
His
for a minute.
sister, like, if I was,
Yeah, no, not a conversation I'm having with my sister.
Listen, we're twins. That's different.
Yeah.
That's a whole different set of love.
Still no.
I mean, we
Oh
don't
my
violate
God.
each other, right? But-
my brother was like, yo, Jen, I got this business. I'm like, no.
No.
Come on.
I'll go with somebody else who does it for you 100 times.
no.
That's
But
fly,
yeah,
though.
I think men should do it. And also, a lot of times men, I'm feeling this.
Go ahead now.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all be the ones who be giving these girls these infections.
It's true.
Y'all don't be washing y'all balls, right?
It's true.
So y'all come from the gym.
Because you don't want to take a shower
to
next
get
to
away-
Frank.
to get
Y'all
away
nuts
Frank,
be
yeah.
stuck to y'all legs, and y'all be trying to jump in somebody's drawers.
I was a young man once.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
This is not okay.
It's
This
true.
is not
That's what I
okay.
was-
like y'all be.
This is why the white men shower at the gym.
I mean,
To go give it to.
or because they're
Give it
cheating.
to You'll give it to Lucille. That's very
Oh
dope.
my God.
So,
Yeah.
I was talking to my wife about you coming here and the business you had, and she was like, "Well, I thought the vagina just kind of takes care of itself. It cleans itself out."
So this is where the misconception comes in, right? That's why Yoni talks about the whole reproductive system. The vagina is literally like the canal. That's it. It doesn't include the vulva, because the vagina itself cleaning the vulva is not. You need to get up in them folds. Lips. So the vagina will, but then also sometimes if you have an imbalance, say you're taking medication, you're on antibiotic for something,
Yeah.
you know, that's going to throw your flora off. It's going to throw everything off. So, it needs help sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the time, yeah, you know, as long as you're using, you know, some gentle, mild soap, which TenderYoni will have a product line coming out
Hey.
soon.
Look at how proud she is.
You know what I mean? That's gonna be, you know,
exciting.
I'm so excited. So, and it's gonna be for him and her, because men, like I told some of y'all,
Wash your balls.
and you know, for the uncircumcised dudes, you know,
They got to get them folds.
All up in
getting
there.
them folds too.
Get up in there.
Steam
Take your
the
ski mask off.
Take the
The
ski.
ski mask.
Wow, man.
Yes. So, but yeah, so you need to.
So, you have a location.
I do.
When is the official launch?
So okay, so the official launch, it's basically just gonna be like a vibes type situation. I'm not gonna have, because it's a smaller space, so I'm not gonna have any of the furniture or anything in there. It's gonna be standing room because like if I have like a bunch of Yoni steam chairs and what, you know, all that stuff, it's kind of just like, okay, where the people gonna be? But so all the pots, you know. So, but I'm gonna have a few vendors. I think it's the Black Leaf Providence, Black Leaf PVD.
Okay.
She's going to be there. We're actually going to be, she's making a steam, not a steam blend, a tea blend for me, for my customers when they come there. Yeah, so that's going to be dope. I also have my resident mental health coach is going to be there. Her name is Yes. So
Name
Nicole
is Yes.
Sarr.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Yes.
But she said her name is Yes.
No, I was answering his question. I mean, yes, you know, but she's lit. So I felt like I wanted to take care of the whole woman. So some people when they come steam, they're dealing with stuff. You know what I mean? It's not, and it's. I feel like if you have like an unhappy vagina, like something in your life isn't right. Like, you know what I mean? Something's wrong.
Yeah.
So because like I said, everything is energy. But this, you know what's so funny? This drink just got to my head and I lost my senses.
Yo, did you saw the moment that the drink was like, "Oh, say this."
But we were talking tea blends. We were talking
mental health coach will be there.
coach.
Yes.
And
This drink said commercial commercial break. Yeah, so Nicole, I'm sorry, is gonna be there, and I feel like you have to take care of the whole woman because you're talking about stuff. You may have miscarried, you may have aborted, you may have whatever, and when you steam and you're sitting in that room by yourself, sometimes all that stuff comes up, and I don't have like my abilities to help you only go so far. So I felt like if you had someone to talk to, I also have a nutritional coach, Nicole Caruth. She's actually a client of mine. I do her locks. But she's going to be able to help people with like nutrition because that all like feeds into it. So it's going to be dope. It's going to be a vibe though. Like it's going to be, yeah, but it's going to be like, it's going to be like low key, but some, like,
I could see like groups, small groups of women.
Yeah, just kind of chatting. Yeah, just kind of cute. So Swiftly Sweets is sponsoring. Hey, that's my girl Ashley. I've known her since I was like 7. Yeah. So wait, when did I go to community prep? I'm lying. I was like 10.
Yeah.
But yeah. So she's doing the cake and the desserts, and then I have another Anne Rebel. She's gonna be doing the vegan food, the vegetarian food, and then of course Chef, DC.
Come on.
Food on deck.
Hey.
Come on, and he's gonna be there, and then and then Esther Jasmine. Oh my God, the name of her business is skipping my brain right now. But something spirits. I don't want to butcher the name.
I didn't know she had a business.
But yeah, yo, she's gonna be slinging drinks.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a little, like a vibe. Like I want people to come in. Yeah,
like
just
it.
a little hey.
So this will all be just for the lunch, or
that would be for the lunch. I kind of wanted to do an after party, but I was like, stop. I would like to because it's a Saturday night. It's only gonna be from like 4 to 7 or 4 to 8. It's not gonna be that long. Yeah. I'm gonna be excited.
Yeah, I think it's worth doing something after.
I don't know where.
Just take over a place. Go just
that could be
through.
true. Yeah, people could just come through. Yeah. So, but I just want people to come and just see the place and
that is very dope.
What's the date?
November 16th.
November 16th,
2019.
Let's get.
And we got an address to give folks.
Yes, it is 1216 Atwood Avenue in Johnston, Rhode Island.
It's on my way.
Hey,
I have to handle this. I have to handle it.
I'm sorry. Can you say the address one more time?
1216 Atwood Avenue in Johnston.
And the name of the
November
business
16th.
Is TenderYoni, the steam room.
Very dope.
I love that.
So I just want to point out that this is a local Rhode Island business.
Absolutely.
A local Black-owned business.
Talk about it.
And we love that type of stuff here.
And I stress that. I cater to Black women and women of color. The only people who are vending and catering and working are Black women and women of color, except for my brother. But yeah, that's very important to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
For sure. So even if you're not getting, the steam situation going, just come through.
Yeah.
Come kick it. Come learn something. Come, meet some people.
Support. Come.
Health is very important.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for coming and sharing
It's
that.
very dope.
I'm hyped.
I'm hyped too. I'm exhausted, but I'm hyped.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I don't know how to use the phone. I haven't done anything I said I was doing.
I thought she was typing here's the address.
I tried to follow on Instagram, didn't work out. Tried to put the address.
It didn't work
Don't
out.
even worry about it. It's fine.
Let's listen to the episode tomorrow, Jen.
What?
Just listen to the episode tomorrow.
Oh.
It's brilliant.
Do you want to tell people what happened to your phone, Jen?
Oh, that's right.
Because you don't have your normal phone. Jen.
I thought that was my phone. Okay, that is your phone.
It ain't my phone.
Wow.
It's a phone that I'm using.
It's a loner.
What happened to your phone, Jen?
Hold him. Since you so eloquently segued into that from nothing.
For nothing.
From you not being able to figure it out.
She was talking about her business.
Oh, we November
Wrapped it up?
16th, black on black, you know what I'm saying? Energy, steam,
Yarn.
prostate,
Yes.
Not prostate.
TenderYoni.
Wow. Rob prostate.
No,
So,
business only. That shit.
for business only.
that's
Otherwise, do not enter.
Strictly this.
It's an
No
owl.
hook. No hook.
No.
All right.
What are you talking about?
Lord. So what happened to my phone? People who know me know that I don't take phones into the bathroom with me because
And you say this a lot.
I do.
You do.
Because it's true. I don't take phones in the bathroom with me if I can help it. Because back in my younger days, I've dropped two phones in toilets from my back pocket. Once was at a nightclub. I forgot where the other one happened. So I don't take phones in the bathroom. This particular evening, I was wearing pajama pants. Finished eating, put my phone in the pocket of the pajama pants. Went to the bathroom. On the way to the bathroom, I said, "Take the phone out your pocket, bitch." Did I listen? No. So I go to the bathroom, everything done, and the phone slides out the pocket. And this whole wide bathroom decided to fall in the motherfucking toilet.
Now, in the phone, your phone water resistant? No.
It's just shatterproof.
Yeah.
So I've dropped it 1,000 times on dry land, and that was cool. Dropping it on wet land, not good.
Not cool.
Damn.
The toilet was flushed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it was before you even did anything.
No, I
No,
did
it's
it.
after.
Yeah.
The pull up, and then the fall out. Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
It's always on the pull up.
Always on the
It's
pull
always
up.
on the pull up.
Careful of the pull up, yo.
Pull
And
up
the pull
slow.
out.
Bib,
Don't say it.
Bib, you
Don't
talking.
say
You
it.
talking, Bib. You talking.
It happens on the pull up and the pull out. Okay.
Just saying.
It's a come up.
So,
It's clever.
Hence,
fine
you.
gentleman said to me, "I have a phone you can use. It's an iPhone. Anybody who knows me knows I don't do Apple products. No offense.
I mean, listen,
it's just not my thing.
there are better phones than an iPhone. I have to say it, but I'm just used to the system.
That's fine.
And that's why I say just go where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Unless you own stock, who cares?
When I get an Android, I don't know what to do with that thing. The same way you feel,
And so
so I understand.
I actually protested at first. Like, no. He's like, "What do you mean, no? You need a phone." I'm like, "No, I don't want it.
I will deal with no phone.
I will send smoke signals and throw pigeon."
It's effective still. Yeah.
Pigeons. No, kids.
It worked like Game of Thrones.
Send a raven.
Right.
I will be late to the podcast.
My eyes are rolling back in my head.
All right. Gender broken.
That's a good name.
That's a good thing.
So, after about 3 minutes of this nonsense, and he's like, just take the phone. I'm like, "You right." Took the phone, and so
Were you able to transfer your contacts and all that? Oh,
yeah,
Okay.
once I sign into Google, everything pops up. So.
Gotcha.
And for some reason, my old phone, I guess it's a way for them to know that your phone has water damage. You know how before the inside the light.
Be red or something like that.
Yeah, they would just open it. You don't even know what they're
Right.
doing. Like, they'll just look and be like, nah.
Nah, fam.
Yeah.
They'll slide it back like,
Keep that. Hold that.
Nope. You didn't try to steam this phone? No? All right.
Good job, Darren. The front facing flash, I didn't even know it had a flash in the front facing camera, stays on.
Oh.
This shit fell in the toilet about 40 hours ago. That motherfucking light is still on.
Is that right?
wow.
Phone dead. Light on. I'm like, why don't they make the phone out of whatever they made that battery out of? The fuck?
That makes sense.
Very true.
Yeah, they make sure you ain't getting that on the insurance claim, huh?
They do stuff like that on purpose, though.
I think you can still do it in insurance, though, because you're paying
With
for
water
insurance.
damage?
You can't do the warranty.
Ah, okay.
But it's way out of warranty. And the thing is, I was holding off to get a new phone because I didn't want to be paying for two phones. You know how, so I had like a few months left. I'm like, I'll just wait. When that's paid off, get a new phone. I just paid it off.
They force your hand.
Like in fucking September.
Like, I got no phone
Right.
payment, nigga. I got no
I'm
phone.
out here flourishing. Right? T-Mobile was like,
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna buy another one?
T-Mobile push that shit.
T-Mobile will definitely push that shit. Damn, son. But they be listening.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
When did this happen?
What's today? Thursday?
Yeah.
Tuesday night, I want to say?
Yeah. Because Wednesday morning, I saw the security email and I was like,
Oh, yes.
who signed in from an iPhone?
Yeah, he hit us up quick. He said, we've been hacked.
Right. I was like,
He was ready to go into
yeah,
action.
I was like, let me reset this password real quick.
Yeah, that secure ass password.
Yo, man.
Don't. It is very secure.
They can't figure it out.
You'll never guess it.
That's
Ever.
true.
Ever.
A bunch of people are trying to please delete
Please
this.
delete this one. Exclamation point. Enter.
Oh my god.
I love seeing stupid passwords like that.
Oh yeah, in your line of business, you probably see
Yeah,
some
man. I see
crazy stuff.
them password with the ampersand instead of the A.
No, it's not good enough.
No.
All right.
It's not?
No.
I was like, yo, that's smart.
At least do the whole word. Like do capital P ampersand $S W0R.
Oh, the word
I get
password.
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But use symbols instead.
And then you gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Just hack my shit. I ain't got nothing in there. I ain't do those work every time I gotta get up in this bitch.
Right.
I don't even want to log in.
Right.
Yeah, someone kept telling me to put a passcode. I'm like, I don't want a passcode though.
Yeah. You
I
have
don't
to
use
do it.
passcodes on my phone.
Yeah.
Got nothing to hide.
Poor Jen.
Got nothing to hide. You want to see these titties? Go look.
So speaking of titties, it's Halloween. Hopefully everyone had a safe Halloween.
Yo.
And I only know it's Halloween because all the provocative costumes are all out there and whatnot.
I only
I
seen
forgot
one.
it was Halloween until I saw all them white people outside with them little children that was staring
Speak
at
on
me
it, sis.
before I got here.
So my
It
neighborhood.
didn't feel like it leading up though, right?
Because it was
No.
it was supposed to be raining all day today.
I think that was some shit that people made up. Let me tell you something.
What are
Halloween.
you talking about?
No, the rain being a problem for today. Okay.
It's never a problem.
It was raining though, for real.
Yeah, but
It was like drizzling.
here's my thing.
It was raining.
It was raining.
Maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was like, yo, Thanksgiving. Halloween's on a Thursday, which is weird. Because you celebrate it the weekend before or the weekend after.
Yeah.
And a few people
for
were
the
saying
party
that.
folks.
It doesn't,
Right.
it doesn't
Yeah.
feel right celebrating it in November.
And I even saw something on the news where they were like, oh, communities are thinking about moving it to Saturday instead of during the week. But this was before the rain became a thing.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, parents are like, oh, we want to do it on Saturday because it's going to rain. Like, it's rain on
You don't
Halloween
get a
before.
rain date
You
for
don't get
Halloween.
Who the fuck's going to
You
coordinate that?
You'll go get an umbrella and put on your rain boots with your stupid
It's gonna be
rain
stupid.
day for Halloween.
Well, there's actually a petition to move Halloween to the last
Speak on it,
Saturday of
Tammy.
the month. I know. I read the
Yeah.
thing.
Was it in the town Inquirer?
The local crier.
Pretty sure it was. Honey, would you look at this?
Right, they want to.
Trying to change
Wow.
Halloween to the. I was like, oh, that's kind of a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a thing beforehand.
Yeah.
And if you want to move it to Saturday, cool. But you can't decide
So
that
wait.
on Tuesday.
So make
So
it
it's
the-
not going to be the 31st anymore?
Well, no. I think it.
The
I
people
don't
just
think-
talking about it.
Yeah, but to move it to the last Saturday of the month, kind of like
If
Thanksgiving.
y'all don't...
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm just thinking. Like, get the fuck... Like, get the fuck out of here.
All right. Okay.
I love it. I love it. You roll with it.
I
what
wish
I'm
you
saying?
and Tammy were on the same PTA.
It's 2 freaking hours.
Tammy
Go
with
get your damn candy and go home.
She parks in the carpool section.
Darren's white woman name is Tammy, by the way.
You know, go get your damn candy and get the hell up out of here.
See, and I'm like lazy. I think I would just buy my kids a bag of candy before I did all that.
Yo, you're lucky because again, African parents.
Not about that life.
Well, what happened now? And I'm just like, but wait, all my friends. So if you, and I'm just like, but like, why can't I? Listen, I think it's the one time that they did let me go trick or treating. Yo, I had to use that costume like 4 times. And I'm scared of clowns. I was a clown for like 3 years, yo.
Damn.
3 years of my life.
I did not mean to laugh
Damn.
at your fear.
They made you dress up as something you were terrified of.
And it just was
What
like,
a shitty thing to do as a parent.
So
I'm not calling your parent shitty. I just want you, but that is a shitty
like,
parent
why
thing
did
to
I
do.
have to wear it over and over again? Though that was the thing.
So I'm gonna guess you didn't pick the costume.
You know what? I probably did.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie because it's like, costumes. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't like no like little kid, so it's like you get that loose ass clown jumpsuit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I mean? You get in that jumpsuit and it fits for 3 years and you wear it. Like,
Speaking of, did you see Dwight Howard's?
What he wore?
I'm gonna have to find it.
I saw Bron.
Y'all keep talking.
Bron was Edward Scissorhands. It came out dope.
Somebody
What's
said
that?
that Drake dressed as his dad. I was like, you don't get the fuck out of here. You're too old. Cut it the fuck out, Drake. Either you knew the nigga or you didn't. You can't keep going back and forth.
Wow.
I didn't have my dad in my life. My dad was my dad. And even in Houston. And nigga, the fuck? Sorry. It made me mad.
So,
Good job, Jen.
I'll take a minute to say. I was telling them earlier, this year was the first year that my 3-year-old Carter kind of got the idea of Halloween. So the first year he was like too young to even care. Second year he didn't want to do it. And no, he did it for like 2 houses. Went to like 2 houses. The second one gave him a lollipop. He loves lollipops, so he was like, "I'm all set. Let's go home."
Got what I needed.
Yeah, literally like we'll go home.
Hey.
So this year, we've been working on it. He was a dinosaur. He's excited. The weather was actually nice out, so we were able to walk down the street. And so this is how pure my son is. So we've been working on it. Like, you're gonna go to the door and you're gonna say trick or treat, and he, Carter's like trick or treat. Okay. So we get to the first house and he walks up to his mother, and they knock on the door and the lady comes out, and Carter like, all right, here I come, and he gives the lady a hug. How sweet
What
and
a
tender. Kid. And then after he gives a hug, he just reaches in her bucket to get candy, and it was just like, all right,
Peace.
that's all I needed.
That's so nice.
So he was so cute. But we had a good time, and I don't really care. I didn't grow up celebrating Halloween like that, but it's nice to, I guess, see the boys do it or see kids do it. Like after a certain age, just like, you're being dumb. But it was nice to see them enjoy the holiday.
How old were you when you last trick or treated?
Like 9, 10, maybe.
Really?
I only did it like a handful of times.
You ain't try to get something off in high school real quick?
No.
No?
Actually, in high school, my mom was like, "No, we're going to church." And then I remember we came home and somebody threw a brick through our window.
Fam.
Wow.
Yeah, so that
shit.
just even dampened it even more for us.
That's crazy. Were
yeah.
y'all allowed to go to houses? We couldn't go to houses. Like, we had to go to the mall.
I've been hearing
At least you
doing
went
this
to the
mall
mall.
thing.
I'd rather go to
I
the mall, to
didn't
be
go
honest.
We, my parents, because we begged enough, so they're like, all right.
No.
We went in someone's car that we knew, and we went to certain neighborhoods where they knew the people, and then it was very quick.
This one year, we went with this white boy from community prep. That was the most lit Halloween ever.
White people know how
The
to do
big,
it.
the big bars,
White
right?
people know how to do it.
Yeah.
It was lit. We had so much candy. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah,
They know all the spots.
Can't go in the city. You gotta go up to the
You got to go to my neighborhood, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we seen it all
out here.
And then you catch a house towards the end of the night. No one came here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
take the
Yep.
What?
There's not a lot of kids in our neighborhood, so that's one that works for us. And then 2, whenever you see like a house that has like mad decorations already, you're like, gold,
Yeah.
gold.
Man.
See, I like the trunk or treat thing that
Me
that people
too.
do.
I
That's
love
dope
that.
too, yeah.
I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
It's in a nice little confined area. I don't really like walking on the street at night.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you don't have to cross streets. You don't have to disturb people who maybe don't want to give out
Yeah,
candy.
exactly.
You know what I mean? I like all of that.
Yeah, living at the end of a dead end, nobody comes to the house, and I love that shit.
I'm
that
here
shit.
for it.
When we first bought the house, it was like the day before Halloween. People came to the house, I was clean. I was like, nah, fam, nah, we don't do that.
Move,
We don't
move.
do that. Go ahead.
Go.
ahead. You see the lights are off.
Right,
Right,
like,
it is
if
a
the
rule.
light isn't on, you don't go.
What did you like everything? You see?
Yeah, that is the rule.
I thought that was a rule, and not an unspoken rule either. Like,
No,
people
like a
know
rule.
that.
Yeah.
My exterior light is off.
It's like you're talking to them, but not really. Like,
I stopped at my house before, I left, and I said to my mom, I was like, "Oh, I stopped by because I figured maybe kids will knock on the door, so I brought you a bag of candy." She was like, "Oh, I gotta remember to turn off the light." And the worst part about that,
Nope.
the light has been broken for at least a year. She ain't got shit to turn off. But in that moment, she was like, "Oh shit, what if it came on by accident?"
thank you for bringing me candy.
was-
Let me
your
not
mom-
give this
Thank you for
away.
reminding me.
Chilling, watching Thursday Night Football, eating candy.
Probably is.
She's all for it.
Hey.
she got this life thing figured out.
She does.
Shit.
Somebody got to. Oh, so yeah, Dwight Howard.
Yes. What did he have?
I'm just gonna pass this around.
Okay.
He's dressed as Rasputia from Norbit.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what? That looks like a lot of work.
So okay.
He talking in steam tents? Because that is a lot of work.
That's just a lot of work.
People-
look like he put together 2 comforters.
Because people already have a lot to say about
Right.
Dwight Howard and
Right.
what he might have going on in life.
Well,
Wow. All right. That's something. Shit.
You're not gonna
it's Halloween.
if you and the lady are blessed with a child, you're not gonna do Halloween with them?
If she wants to, because we do something. I actually came from we do something for the kids at church, because
Oh, that's why you were at church with kids.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just so they don't feel left out, we
Yeah.
got food. They play games. They do stuff, and there's candy at the end of the night. So you still get all of that in one
Without
location,
Celebrating
right? And you still
the
get
holiday.
something to
holiday?
do.
Is it really a holiday?
I mean,
We don't get the day off of work. Ain't no holiday.
well, right.
It's I don't know, whatever you call it, but
So then Shaq commented,
Oh boy.
"Damn, you look good. Thicker than a bowl of grits, ain't you? Woo wee."
Yeah, what's up with Shaq?
What's up with everybody? I think everybody's
Right?
just been like, "Fuck it."
Lately, everybody's like,
Yeah.
Oh, you just see so much paper there because everybody's going like,
Yeah.
To
the wind.
In the air.
Yeah.
oh my god.
To the wind.
"Fuck it."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully everyone had a safe Halloween.
Shit up.
Somber note. Sorry, got to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Bang,
Man.
bang,
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to play the clip.
I saw a post. I was like, put some hot sauce on my burrito,
Burrito,
baby.
Oh man. Hold on, we got another one because so many movies. Boomerang, Fridays, all the Fridays,
Mushroom shirt.
Yeah.
Gotta
Wayne's
coordinate.
Brothers,
Yeah.
Boondocks. For those who watch the Boondocks.
Granddad.
Oh man, what else is he known for?
A lot of things.
Comedy.
I was gonna say he's not known for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
A lot
he
of black comedy.
if anyone listens to podcasts, Joe Rogan, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, him and his son a few months ago, and hilarious episode.
Wow.
From that episode, you could tell he's starting to get old, but
But he wasn't that old.
he was 77, but you can hear like when you hear somebody that you haven't heard in a while,
Yeah.
you're like, man, they're like age is
I
starting to
see.
catch
I
up.
saw a video of him, and you're used to seeing like reruns of him. So when I
Right.
saw a recent video of him, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still hilarious, and I think he's still doing stand up, going around doing stand up. Yeah,
Wow.
but hold on, I gotta play this because me love this clip. Oh no,
Now, Marcus, I hear a girl dog got your pussy whipped. Why don't you reverse it? Don't be pussy whipped. Whip that pussy.
oh,
Bang, bang, bang.
rest in peace to the legend, man.
That makes you teary eyed.
It does, man. I was too young to watch Boomerang, way too young.
Yeah.
But I learned one, you got to coordinate.
you
You
got
got
to
to coordinate,
coordinate.
and two, don't get pussy whipped, Darren. Reverse it. Reverse it.
Steam it.
You're not allowed to say the word steam
You're not
anymore.
Steam it. Listen, steam it. Steam the pussy.
Whip the pussy, then steam the
And then
pussy.
steam the
after.
pussy, yes.
Oh, I
Do you
missed-
whip the steam pussy or you steam the whoop pussy?
Whoa, good question. Well, she said it is.
Whoa.
Question. How soon?
Answer.
Speaking of,
How soon after a steam session can a young lady get back to her regular activities?
Immediately. I
God
mean, okay,
bless.
it depends
All right.
on why. So if you have like BV or something, and you have like an active infection and we're trying to get rid of, like stay away from that. But if
Okay.
you're just like doing some regular maintenance, like literally get off the steam chair and like hop on some dick.
okay, so here's how stupid I am. Now, you know when you brush your teeth and right after you drink something cold, and you get that cool feeling.
Yeah, good. Darren.
I just want to know what
Where this is going?
fuck is supposed to come out of his mouth.
Terrible thing. Nothing good. Actually. So, after you get treatment done,
Why you gotta put it on her head like that?
it's not me. I don't want you to think that I'm sitting here talking about like it's me after I get my treatment done. I feel great. After you get the treatment done, is there like a noticeable difference?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of like, you know how you feel refreshed after you take a nice hot bath? That's kind of how it feels. And the thing about it too is that it's a detox. So you're going to feel like relaxed. You're going to feel sleepy. And it's like the first time I did it, I had the most bomb sleep
I
ever.
was gonna say
And
that must be a
like,
good nap afterwards.
Yo, bomb. Really, really good. So that's how you know you got a good detox. Too.
Okay. And how long? Just asking because people are probably curious. How long?
As a friend.
The tightness. The tightness. How long? How many sessions are needed?
I'm like, what?
You know what? Everybody's
no
different.
pad.
I don't
I'm
know.
just curious.
I don't really check
Different.
the vaginas physically.
But it is kind of like a.
It's a reaction. So basically, what the steam does is this. So it opens the cervix a little. That's why you shouldn't do it like if you're on your cycle or anything because you will bleed out. But it opens the cervix a little, and then once everything cools down, it kind of like.
Ah.
But I'm just gonna be a noise on that. But
The expansion with the heat
yeah.
from the
So
steam
then, and then
the
it cools
contraction.
down. So yeah, so the shock. So, but I mean, like it's a muscle. You know, it's kind of, you know.
Yeah.
You're
Like
good.
rubber band.
You're good. Yeah. It's like,
That's right.
no, but I
Thumbs up.
think you'll people will notice within the first like 1 or 2 sessions, like
No.
it's bomb.
Probably get people in trouble like that though.
I mean,
This ain't the same pussy that I had last Saturday, bitch. Who the fuck you been with?
Wynnel.
I swear it just her. Well,
You didn't bring her?
Well, I gotta thank her.
So I mean, yeah, I would love to do couple steam sessions. Like the guy doesn't have to do anything, but like, you know, it's a good, it's a libido booster. So
What
I
that mean?
Make you wanna.
I mean, you want
Makes you hornier.
Oh, in our old age, we need that.
I
I
mean,
mean, I don't think it
I
works
was-
the same for us. Maybe.
Okay. Sometimes men get really turned on seeing their women take care of themselves like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say
okay.
turn on, not like necessarily like, oh, in a sexual way, but it's like you feel good knowing like that your woman like really is taking care of herself. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like when you know, when I used to see my ex like washing dishes, I was like, you getting some,
You
boy.
stupid.
You getting some.
stupid.
Right? Hey, big head. Like, you know what I mean? So some men feel like that. Like
And
when
plus,
they see you.
you know, like for example, your bed. When you first take off the sheets and put new sheets on there, it's nice, and you're just like, ooh, I can't wait to get in this bed.
Yo, that's
so
different.
imagine him watching his woman like, ooh, I can't wait to get in that pussy bed.
Yeah, no, seriously.
That pussy bed.
That
Okay.
pussy
That
bed.
pussy bed.
That
So
shit's all nice
seriously,
and
it was like,
clean.
so if you want to, like, I mean, I wouldn't say go in my steam rooms and, like, go have sex or nothing.
No.
But, like, if you came in there with your girl, like, yeah, like, you know, kiss and, you know, be together and hold hands and meditate and
It's an
whatever
experience.
you want to do. It'd be
I'm liking
bomb.
this.
Yeah.
You
It's
a damn
whatever
finger.
you want, right? It's whatever you want.
Gift
it to
cards,
be.
please.
I do
So,
have gift cards.
so I'm gonna go out on a little mini limb
Oh boy.
and say Just Right Entertainment will give away 2 gift cards if
You didn't even ask how much it costs.
Well,
He did it. He rich.
you rich.
I was gonna say I was gonna offer up some services. So instead,
Oh,
So we'll figure out something. But
Yeah.
listeners, make sure you check out our social media pages, and we'll figure out how to
Coordinate.
coordinate.
Aw.
okay, yeah, because the gift cards. I mean, it's gonna go towards the service anyway.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind.
that's fire.
Hey, high five.
Yeah,
That's fire. Look at that, huh? Oh,
I mean,
that's
I was
tight.
prepared. You know what I mean? I had a
Oh,
whole,
that's
you
tight.
know,
I see what you did there. I see what
Darren,
you
you gotta
did there.
relax.
that's tight.
You gotta relax.
Just tight entertainment. Sorry.
That's good. That's good.
That was good.
What are the hours going to be, or is it just going to be appointment based?
So it's gonna be appointment based. However, so this is the thing. I am doing some real life stuff.
I'm sorry.
No, you fine.
Just Tight Entertainment got me. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, that could be the porn. Anyways, sorry.
Okay.
I'm still working a real ass full time job.
Oh, so this would be in concert with.
Well, only temporarily.
Okay,
So I'm hoping to be out of that place by January. I'm hoping. So people, y'all book like you know.
Yeah.
I love this. You
gotta
gotta take a leap.
Support. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to take a leap. We were talking about doing the same thing for like when it comes to finding employment with something that you're actually into or something you're interested in, but also for the entrepreneur. It's a risk. It's always a risk.
Oh,
But
it's
you,
crazy.
but you got to take that leap. Every successful entrepreneur has that story where I was down to this and then I did this or I put everything I had into this and it just worked. And
What is going on?
don't pay no mind.
It's better if you don't.
But I was
ask.
listening to everything. I promise you.
No,
but
it's true though.
but I love that you're taking the leap because you're betting on yourself.
I mean, the thing is, I got this job for the purpose of opening this place, but I didn't know, like, I didn't know the work because I'm adding 40 hours onto what I'm already doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, and then on top of it, the job that I'm doing is physical. So it's like I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And then, you know, to get this whole place open, to like paint and to, I mean, and then everything that could have gone, my cat.
What happened to the cat?
She needed surgery. Okay. And I love my baby. So I listen.
These two are like, put the cat outside.
No,
She needed
I'm actually
surgery.
saying don't make a joke with pussy and cat.
They steamed the
Did
cat.
you try to see the
In
cat?
the pussy?
Did you try to see the cat?
Yo,
It's on a Chinese
she had
restaurant.
to get surgery. Yes.
I'm sorry. Oh shit. A Chinese restaurant.
See, that's why I got to keep out the window on Halloween. Motherfucker trying to snatch my black cat.
Yo.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. So your cat needed surgery?
Surgery, and it cost the exact amount of the down payment for my location.
Wow.
I said, God, are you what you got to do to me, yo? Like, are you serious?
Wow.
And for what they charge for animal pet surgeries, you can't even have your pet on your insurance, right? Or you do get
No.
It's
And
pet-
here's the thing. They got some weak ass pet insurance because
Yeah.
you got to pay for it. And then it's like, oh, we'll reimburse you like 40%. It's like, girl, bye. Because if I can pay this up front now, I ain't looking for the money back later.
Right,
like,
right.
it's done. It's gone.
you
But-
pay and then we'll reimburse you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and then she's
and you're
like-
still paying monthly for
Yeah.
Nah.
For some shoulda, coulda, woulda shit. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
nah.
nah, I'm good. Like, I don't want that.
damn.
Yeah, but everything that could have possibly gone wrong, like, went there. I lost locations, like, oh my God, like, I almost quit this job the other day. I really did. I had to think about it, but
A little bit more.
I was like, wait, remember your why.
Right.
But yeah, it was hard. Like it's hard, and I feel like people see the glamorous side when people put up a business, and they're just like, oh my God, she's doing it and she's bomb. Listen, when this lipstick come off, okay, and this gel,
It's just me. It's just me.
okay, and this concealer come off. It's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really real. And people need to know that it ain't
This is
cute
a-
all the
I
time.
appreciate that message.
It's not cute all the time.
People take 20 pictures just to post one.
Yo,
You don't get to see the other 19.
Let me tell you something. Them other 19 be the real joints too.
Y'all talking for the ladies, man. I don't be knowing that struggle.
Some of them dudes, they be looking for their angles too.
You can tell they had their boys take that picture from the ground.
Never.
Get my shoes.
Never.
I'll take one and be like, nah, it's ugly.
That's just dumb.
Yep. If my wife sees it, I'm like, who you sending selfies to? Like, nobody. I look
Tried
ugly.
something,
Right.
didn't work
It
out.
Didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Wait, speaking of trying something, I've been meaning to ask you guys this.
Oh boy.
You know, my mind bounces. Remember we were talking about the gas station pills?
Yes.
Pills?
Did you end up trying it?
Yes.
Oh, how'd it go?
You used the one I gave you, right?
Yes.
Hold on.
Oh, so okay. Episode
Something.
Darren, what episode was it?
I just
Haven't
know
been listening
franchise
to
and
us.
boom were here.
So
Oh yeah, drug maths.
some episodes ago with DJ Franchise and DJ Boomer here. Shout out
Oh,
to
I
them.
think I saw part of that episode.
Yeah, so we were talking about pills from
What
the
up,
gas
DJ
station.
Franchise? I'm sorry, I want to be on your show too. Go ahead.
We can-
Oh.
let's make it happen.
I slid into his DM and he read it and he ain't hit me back. So
We got you.
Damn.
We're gonna make that connection. We're gonna make that connection. Yeah, we're gonna make that connection.
I'm sorry.
So we were talking about the gas station pills. Now, I don't trust those because they're at a gas station.
Yeah, you need to, just like how you guys are not informed on vagina. Please explain.
Oh wait, no, because I used to work at like amazing, joints. So
Uh-huh.
I know all of this. So is this the same thing?
Yeah, that kind of pill. Yeah.
Okay.
You worked at Amazing?
We'll-
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, yes we will.
I've done a lot
I
of.
want to know how many jobs you had. We're gonna
Oh,
compare.
you guys have a battle.
Yeah, because you
Do you know your number?
do you know
I
your
may have to
number.
list them, but I don't know my bodies.
All right.
I was gonna say it's like sexual partners. Do you know your number?
Hilarious.
So we didn't get pills from the gas station, but I got them from a website
Okay.
called Blue Chew.
Okay.
So
Oh, you
it's,
don't give him a plug?
you know what, $5 just for the shipping, and then you got, I don't know how many pills I
You
got. I
guys
got
scared of dipping swallow when people pills?
it's doctors. I had to fill out.
Your high blood pressure go
had
up. You
to-
can't calm down. What happened?
I had to fill out a bunch of stuff on the website.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
even better.
I was like, I don't have that. I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. So at least they, did a little check.
Okay.
So I got them. I put them to use, and I was like, oh shit, my friend Darren needs to get down. So I gave it to him back. He told me he didn't use it, but
I didn't use them in Florida.
Yeah, because they both went to sleep. They took the time
Yeah.
to rest.
But I did use them. Oh, episode 32.
Thank you, Darren.
Wow, that was okay.
I had to go back. I know.
Yeah.
I had to figure it out. Yeah, it went all right. That I recall.
went all right.
Yeah. So
calls.
I don't think it exactly worked for me.
Because you had it for a while. Because they do
Yeah.
have a shelf life.
So that's what I was
stale.
thinking. So okay. First time I was like, oh, okay. And then after round one, I was like, all right,
Not after round one.
yeah. After I was like, okay.
had to get in the bloodstream. A
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
Okay.
So then I was like,
That's
all
something
right.
you take a dinner.
So like after, So then after a little later, it was like, all right, let's try again. And then I was like, and then that was it. So I had
No round two?
No, I've been round 2, but it
Okay.
wasn't like round 1.
You ain't body round 2?
No,
Brother.
I know. Usually round 2.
show
So
And I'm all like,
she's in here.
For real.
She's
I found
invested.
myself staring at them. I'm like, wait, no, stop staring at them.
Don't be involved in this conversation.
Look away. It's like a train wreck.
Speaking of, all right, guys. Speaking of train wrecks. So
wow,
this
let's go
we
anyway.
didn't talk about weekends, but this past weekend,
Oh, yes.
me and Clarabelle found ourselves trying to make something happen for a friend of ours. Right. I'm not gonna give too much details, but so we found ourselves looking for somewhere to go in Roger Williams Park.
Okay.
But Sunday it was super raining out.
Yeah.
Cool. So we said, okay, we had the idea to do to meet up by this like nice little foliage area, but because of the rain, it was really crappy out. So we said, okay, let's go to the botanical gardens. We got to make this happen. We go to botanical gardens. They're like, nah, you can't come in here. There's a wedding in here. We're like, cool. So we go to the museum. Museum's super busy.
It's a Saturday, guys. What do you think was going to happen?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. But still.
Yeah, I know. And it was raining.
Yeah.
That was the big caveat to this. So
Look at you.
Caveat.
Thank you. So we try the gazebo, and it was locked. So we go to the Temple of Music. So we're like, all right, this got to work. We just need a little bit of cover for about 15 minutes. So we pull up to the Temple of Music. You guys familiar with?
Yeah. Over there, it's got the
I
water
live,
in the
right, I
back.
live right there.
Oh, cool. Oh, yes, you do.
So say.
So we park, and we're walking through the big old field, and it looks so nice. There's a waterfall behind it. Rhode Island's really beautiful. So we walk up the stairs, and we get into the Temple of Music, and immediately to my right, I see a figure.
Is it a goose?
No, it's a man.
Oh.
You got to take a nap.
So it's raining out.
like,
Just provide
I got
shelter.
scared real quick.
Yeah, provide shelter. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I get it. But I look really quick, and I keep walking in, and then I turn and look again, and now I see it is a man, and there's a person in front of man. Person is shorter,
Like a small person?
a smaller person.
Are these tangible people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Darren,
So
were you drinking?
So no, they're really people. So my mind says, okay, guy standing up. Another person looks like they were shorter. Oh,
Oh.
he's getting bopped off.
Yeah, that sounds like, oh.
Right.
Nice.
So, right. But I need this space for my friends.
Excuse me, guys.
So no. Worse. So you know how you guys make fun of me about being a white woman? I turned into a white man. I was like, Jesus Christ! Yo, mad loud, Jesus, cheese and crackers, for Pete's sake, right? Clarabelle is with me, and she's like, she doesn't pay them any mind. Like, she's just like, I'm here to figure it out.
This is
This will
daytime or
work.
nighttime?
This is daytime, but again, it's raining out. It's super cool. It's
Cool that they were doing this or the
no,
temperature?
cool that it's temperature. Yes, it was super cool.
I mean, for them, it was super cool.
So, guy doesn't move a muscle, and the
Oh,
poor
he
girl.
did.
Why would he?
Because he was about to
Oh, he's
like,
moving a muscle.
but the poor, I'm gonna assume it was a girl. I don't know. She was like, oh no, whatever. So I see her kind of stumble, try to get up, and whatever. I'm trying to claim the space. They get the hint.
trying to claim. They
They were
already
there
claimed that
first.
shit.
I don't care.
He trying to Columbus some shit
I did-
that they had already.
I Columbus the shit out the Temple of Music that day.
These motherfuckers was already here.
Colonizer.
So listen.
It all comes
So
together, guys.
now I'm laughing to myself. I'm like, damn, I really am a white guy, man.
Oh,
Like,
God.
I really said Jesus Christ at the top of my lungs.
you couldn't just get him a minute? You ain't want to let him finish?
Right? It don't take that long.
So
Yeah.
no, I need him out. Need him out.
Wow.
The
He was
funny
one
thing
step from
is,
calling the cops.
hello, officer.
I'm already at the Temple of Music.
Only if they were white people.
I don't know what they were. I didn't get that good. Anyways, so they scurry away, and me and
They scurry
Clarabelle,
away.
they do. Me and Clarabelle, we figured this would work for what we needed it for, and God bless it worked.
Nice.
So, but I'm looking. So now we're talking about it because we had time in between. So I'm like, have you ever been that horny to have to go to a public place? So they didn't have. It looks like they didn't have a car because it was only our car and a car behind us. And then when we got back in our car, we saw that they went back up like the hill and hid behind another tree.
Were they young?
They look young.
Oh, there
Okay,
you go.
so
They
that's
look
why.
young. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing. All right, you don't have a car. You don't have anybody's house you can sit at.
Sure can't.
How far are you going for this nut?
Darren,
Park.
have you not?
not to a park. Like I've not, and maybe because in younger years I didn't. I was really tied down by 19.
Right.
So I didn't really have the space to, yeah.
That's why.
So-
That's why.
So-
He's over here being judgy. I'm like,
I'm mad.
damn.
No.
I'm
so,
sorry.
I guess so.
I'm sitting here trying to tell myself no.
so-
I'm saying like,
She's like, don't take another sip of that drink. And be
yo, my
quiet.
cup been empty.
Good.
Pour some more.
Yeah, turn up.
So okay.
Listen.
So I'm going through my train of
the
thought,
ice.
and I was like, damn man, like he had her outside on the marble and it's cold.
This guy, Darren.
They weren't cold.
They really were.
They were fine until some person
jackass
came along.
Said, Jesus
Christ. Tyro was like, oh my god, why are you like this? I'm like, what? I need a space.
As a young person with hormones, no home, no car, you gonna
I think
find
I say
somewhere.
no home training.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
You could have home training.
You just want to get your shit off. Darren, come on. You don't understand. Okay, so get this,
Thank
right?
you.
You go for a
I ain't
stroll in
mad.
the park,
Yeah.
and then, oh shoot, it's raining. Let's find shelter. Come on. It's like a movie. In the movies, they do it all the time.
You know what,
You
that's
run
true.
by the hand. Oh, look at this lovely
By the
place we
hand.
found.
The Notebook.
This is romantic.
The Notebook?
You just described. You said there was a waterfall.
Yeah.
There was a field.
You ruined the mood.
So listen, but there's nothing. Jesus Christ. All right,
They
guys.
had their whole rom-com moment.
Yeah,
So,
Darren, I'm disappointed.
but it
in you,
was
yo.
cold. To me, I
saying
mean,
it was cold.
It was cold.
They were fine.
It was raining. It
They
was
were already in the
windy.
act.
He's
They were
such a
fine.
white woman.
He
It
is.
was cold.
Yo,
That looks like
because
cardigan
I know
in the
I
car.
wouldn't be. No, I want to go back in the car, guys.
Listen.
There was no car. They had to make do.
Y'all better.
And you ruined it.
I ruined the shit out.
ruined it.
I didn't just ruin it. I ruined it.
Ruined it.
I was like,
Oh
for
my
Pete's
God.
sake.
Terrible.
My chest hurts.
Terrible.
Joke. He said for Pete's sake.
That's why you gotta stay in Warwick, man. Don't bring this that
energy
energy
in
into Providence,
Yeah,
man. Shit.
I wish they were Dominicans so I could have cussed you out.
Word, she would have went off on you
Yo.
with the stuff on the side of
Ah,
her face. She would have went off on you, sir.
With the stuff on the side.
Yo.
wait a minute.
Don't say stuff.
Darren, you've gone too far.
I'm sorry.
You've gone. The line was there.
I hopped
Crossed
over it.
Oh my God.
Right. Both feet. Two hops this time.
Threshold. One hot. Crisscross.
On the line.
Shit.
Terrible.
Okay, that was my.
You're mad judgy, yo.
I'm mad judging.
Damn, dog.
Don't be judging.
What happened to my friend?
I don't mean to.
Don't be judging.
Life is taking me to a different place.
What else did you do over the weekend? Was that it? I don't even remember my
We went
weekend.
to New York
You went to New York
on a Saturday.
and came back
New
same
York
day?
is lit.
Came back Sunday.
Damn.
Especially
I hate New York.
what part?
Upstate.
No, so we stayed upstate, but we partied in Brooklyn, I think.
Oh, you went out? What you did?
The retirement party. I told you about.
Oh, not that kind of party.
No.
I think party party.
No, but it was fun. We partied.
There was lobster bisque. There was.
Man, so we usually when we come back from New York, I'm staying at her uncle's. We stop at this like store, Stu Leonard's, in Connecticut, and they have like a whole bunch of shit. It's like a huge shopping, a supermarket, and they have lobster bisque there. And I usually stop and pick me up a big old and I pick up lamb too. While I'm there because they sell lamb.
The lamb.
I love
Never
lamb.
had lamb.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Well, see, I don't eat
To
meat.
die
so-
for.
Oh, you don't eat. It's to die for.
It's to die.
To die
Yeah, no, I don't eat meat. I eat fish sometimes, but I don't eat meat. So.
Was that for a reason?
You know what's so funny? As a kid, I just always wanted to be a vegetarian. I don't even
Really?
know why. I don't know
In the African
why.
home, I know your mom
Yo,
was pissed.
the people didn't know how to feed me, man. I was just like, you know, but I didn't do it officially until I was 19.
You can't, or you will die of starvation.
Yo, and even then, they're like, okay, so at the cookout, you can eat turkey burgers. I don't eat meat.
But it's techie.
But I get that meat. But I get that meat. No, it's like that. Not meat.
Oh, shit. It's funny because it's true.
Yo, man. So that's when I decided, all right, I'm gonna be a pescatarian because I'll die, literally.
Yeah.
In this,
Can't eat white rice all day.
yo.
Says the guy who ate white rice when he broke his kneecap in half.
That's all they gave me. Nobody gave me real food.
I can't believe it. That's
Yeah,
so
why
wild
nobody
to me.
give you real food?
Had I known,
There was a lot going
I would
on
have took
that
half
day.
my plate and gave it to you.
I'm like, why
I just
nobody
gave him the
give
plate and then go make another one.
My wife made me that one. I can't give that away.
I would have gave you half my
Speaking
plate.
of plates of food, that lasagna is like, hey,
Oh, yeah. You never get the fork. Use your hand.
you want me to start eating? No, you want me to start eating on there?
You're a wild boy.
He's a wild boy. Shit.
So you were talking about the change that you made to be pescatarian. Is that how you say it? Okay. But you had locks,
I did have
and I'm
locks.
interested to hear why you cut them.
Oh man, so I had locks for 11 years. They
Shit.
were about waist length, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I shaved the sides, and I shaved the back, and then I put it in a bob. But honestly, I cut my locks after I miscarried. At that
okay,
time,
I understand.
I was like, I wasn't taking care of them, and I'm one of those people like I will let some
Yeah.
shit go before they start.
Yeah,
Looking
locking
whatever.
together and stuff.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just, I feel like I hadn't. Sounds cliche, but I felt like I hadn't seen myself in a while.
okay.
So I had an interview. The morning of my interview, I shaved my head.
Wow.
Yo, I think I have that picture. I have to find
You
that
are.
picture.
You
Were you in Chicago still? Or were you back in Rhode Island?
I was
or-
back in Rhode Island
Okay.
because yeah, I don't know. I'm not giving that no energy, but I was in Rhode Island. I'm like, keep getting tricked. To talk about
Wow.
But yeah, I shaved my head that day, and I remember this picture. This picture that I'm about to find because I archived all my stuff, so I gotta find it. But yeah, I cut my locks, and I knew it was the right choice because I had been thinking about. I knew I was gonna cut them eventually. That's why I cut them into a bob. That's why I shaved the side. I knew I was gonna do it. But I didn't know that it was gonna be like that. I thought it was gonna be gradual. I thought I was literally gonna have shaved head and a little bun on the top.
Hold on to it.
You know what I mean? And do the rest.
Hated
But yeah, one day I was just like, listen.
Act like Stevie Wonder. Just
Ah.
let it go.
I
Let
was
it
like,
go.
listen, I can't. Why do I not have service?
Oh, that's
Dungeon.
right.
We're in the dungeon
Okay.
of war.
I can sign you into Wi-Fi if you want.
That's what I passed
Yes,
the phone to him
please.
earlier.
Yes,
I needed to get on
some
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi.
on this because I couldn't do anything.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Yeah, I can show
Kinda
y'all.
Yeah, home is secure.
Oh, wait.
If you
I'm like, wait, let me give you that.
So outside of the TenderYoni that will be opening soon, and your other job, what else do you do in your spare time, Wynnel?
I feel
Come
like
on.
this is a setup.
It might be.
he threw up the alley, she's
I feel
like,
like this is a setup.
I don't get.
Wait, you know what? Here it is, because I'm a little I do makeup and I do hair,
do makeup in here. All right.
but I'm trying to get out of that. To be for real, I know you want me to talk about music.
Come on.
Come on. So here's the thing about music, right? Music is my first love. I stepped away from it because life happens. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And I don't want to incriminate myself.
Because I've heard you on you worked with John Hope,
Yeah,
and
that was dope.
Yes, it was.
Thank you. That was dope.
so I mean,
And I mean, I'm on a lot of his projects. I think also too, when I wrote my best music after I miscarried and after I went through that depression, because a lot of the songs that I had written before were about love, and it's like,
You gotta get your heart broken.
you got you, and exactly. And I didn't know what that was like. And there were even some songs that I had sang before, but that you sing just differently because you know that feeling. You know what I mean? And this was heartbreak on a totally different level. Yeah. But then I'm in this place where I feel great now, and it's I was working on a project actually. I was going back and forth to Brooklyn.
Oh.
And I was recording with Matt Cody. I went to Howard with him, and he's an up and coming producer. He is lit.
The name sounds familiar.
Producer Matt Cody, he's lit. I am, but so I was working on that. But then it's I wanted to start writing new stuff because some of the stuff that I was talking about, I had this song called These Beds, and it's basically about this bed on the East Coast and this bed in the Midwest, and I want to know what's going on in your bed. Like, we're not together no more. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't care, nigga. Like, what the I don't give a fuck. Like, that she put her wig next to the bed. Like, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's so real though.
no, but it's true. So in singing that, it's kind of like, but I haven't had that, like, that organic, like, music writing feeling. You know what I'm saying? You can't force that type of thing. So I do plan on going back to it. I have not touched the stage in years. Let me tell you something. They made me.
Nobody? Okay,
I'm
maybe,
about, no. Y'all made me and you was in on it.
It was like a,
So my 34th birthday.
Hey.
I know, right? I was like, I don't even feel 34. I do. My knees be hurting shit around. But
it's funny because it's true.
Right,
so true.
Like it's raining like shit.
Yo,
But,
my back been killing me all week, and it started raining today. I said,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
why.
Like, damn, okay. But so my brother and I, like, that's like my soulmate. So we decided to go out to District. He had told everybody to pressure me to get up on that stage and sing. And listen, I didn't know none of the words because I was lit.
Was this?
Same night, Darren? Because
Oh.
Darren was celebrating his
there?
birthday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were there?
Yeah.
You
I was
saw
probably
that
sitting.
craziness?
Yeah, I did. I was sitting right in the front.
See, that's how messed up I was. I don't even remember you being there. And
he
the
was
place is
drunk,
this
too.
I was
big.
drunk, so I'm,
Yeah, he was like in the front. We were
we
on
were
the
sitting
front.
right in the
The
front.
reason why it was so dope, though, was because, like I said, I haven't been on stage in years. I sounded terrible, but it was a vibe. You know what I mean? It was a vibe. And the dopest part was the learning experience, because I think I explained this to you. There was a woman there. I was supposed to be finding a picture. There was a woman there who she had done like this bomb performance. She was the feature singer all night. Yo, vocals was like
She was
on
nice.
10.
Yeah,
Like
she
she
was
was
nice.
dope. And so I, was there with my drunk ass, getting up there, like, you know what I mean? Like just like completely jacking up this song. But everybody was so into it, and she was standing right there, like, helping me with it was just love all the way around. And it was so funny because I was drunk and I was telling DC, I was like, yo, I'm about to get my voice together and I'm gonna be the feature singer in like 2 months. And I still plan on doing that.
You should, because
I still plan on doing that.
Because that she was the feature singer, but
was
then
bomb.
it ended up turning into a jam session. So
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
other singers came
Yeah.
on.
It was very
and
dope.
It's like that energy, and you fit that energy. Even
Yeah, it was
we were
dope.
there for a celebratory reason, and you were lit. But even with all of that, you fit that
Look at
that
you.
atmosphere.
That was
you
the
know
day you
what I'm
cut it?
That was the day I cut it.
Oh,
and I
let's
brushed-
see it.
That
brushed
looks good.
it.
Wow,
Yeah.
and it came looking good like
Yeah.
that.
It was, yo.
Oh, you're a hairstylist.
So I mean,
so she
some
made it work?
gel.
Yeah.
It was some
you
gel.
know.
Let me cut my hair off.
But
Right.
You know,
Jen be out here with some
But
wild.
then these
Yeah.
were the locks. So
Oh my goodness. Oh my
yeah,
Lord.
those drinks are kind of
Wait,
bomb.
let me
So
see.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna stalk you on IG.
Yo, this guy's
they're all
crazy.
archived.
She said she took the pictures down,
they're
Darren.
all archived.
God damn it. Creep.
So, but yeah, so that's the
Well, I mean,
story.
so just circling back to that lock conversation real quick. So people ask me all the time, "Oh, when are you gonna cut your hair? When are you gonna cut your hair?" And I'm like, I can't see what's gonna happen in my life that would make me say, "Okay, it's time to cut them." But then I always run across people that are like, "Oh, I had my locks for like 15 years, 20 years. You make me
thought I
miss
would
them."
never cut them.
And then I cut them, and I'm always like, "Why?" And every so often I'll get somebody that gives me a good reason like that. But usually it's like, "Oh no, I'm just bored and I cut them," and now I'm trying to grow them back, and it's like, why did
Yeah.
you do that?
Yeah.
So,
I felt like it had seen too much, it held too much energy. I still have them.
A lot of people, whoa.
Yeah, I still have them.
Do you just look at them sometimes?
No,
or-
I actually have never looked at them since I cut them, but they're in a
kept
bag.
them?
Yeah, I kept them.
Wow.
they were with me for a long time.
Yeah, no, they're
You know
you.
what I
They're
mean?
part of you.
Yeah. So and that's kind of like I said, I cut them because it's like y'all saw too much shit. Like y'all gotta go.
But yeah, I've people said that to me that that just they hold their energy. I started mine when at a very like problematic time in my life, and I feel like that energy kind of dissipated and let me like.
But
grow.
locks teach you a lot of things. First of all, it teaches
They
you
do.
commitment, it teaches you patience,
Discipline, yep.
discipline. Because sometimes there'll be some stuff going on. Like I don't like to call it the ugly phase, and this is like my natural hairstylist part coming out of me. But I don't like to call it the ugly phase. It's like it's the teenage phase, the budding phase, whatever you want to call it. But I don't like to call it the ugly phase because it's necessary. But people feel like you gonna go get your hair done, you gonna have locks like this tomorrow, and it's like no, that is not the case.
It'll take you a good year if you're lucky.
A good year, maybe a good 2.
Yep.
And then even to start seeing length and all that stuff. So you have to be real patient and real committed. So it's like it teaches you a lot, like without even knowing that you're learning this shit. But it's dope. It's pretty dope.
It's a weird question. Why would people ask when you're gonna cut them? That's the
same reason why people ask if you wash them.
Yeah. Oh, that's people really ask that. Huh?
Yes.
Yo.
All the time.
What kind of people ask that?
All kinds.
Really?
So usually, I'll say usually it's the ones that are
lacking in melanin.
Thank you. But every so often we get when I'm like, so what is it? It's like hair. I actually had a woman. Where was I? That pretty much told me, listen, I apologize, but I'm gonna touch your hair.
At least she apologized.
Yeah. She was like, I've never seen them up close. Like she was like,
I've never seen them up
yeah,
close.
she was like fascinated by them.
What was she?
Wait.
I'm gonna say Spanish.
Really? She's never seen dreads
never
in person?
seen locks.
That's what she said.
Wow.
I know
That's
I was,
interesting.
and you know, like me,
yeah.
I'm friendly, so like I was like, oh
Yeah, I can't see you
like
shooing her
yeah,
away.
I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And she
it puts
was
you in
like,
such
she
a
just like
weird
touched like
position.
one, and she was like, so they're actually hair, and I was like, yeah, it's your hair. So the ignorance, I of course to us we're like, yes, what else would it
Right.
be? But to them, it's like, no, I don't understand it at all.
It's funny because
Or they don't think their hair can grow that
like
way.
that. It's funny because we went to see Billy Ocean on Saturday.
Curvy quick.
And he's like old. And he looks like he's been growing his dreads for a long time.
And they're white.
Yeah, you see pictures of his dreads, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they styled his hair, but it looked like it was put into 2 twists. It didn't look like individual dreads. And then it was one big dread in the back, like a lobster tail.
Holy shit.
Right. It was pretty crazy. So it was funny because it's at Twin River. We're surrounded by white people in the crowd. And you just hear them talking about his hair for like the first 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And they're like, that's not real. That's not his real hair.
Because they can't understand.
And then after
it.
like a few minutes, they're like,
It grows
that
that
is his hair.
Yeah.
I'm just like, these people are.
Because they just don't get it.
Wait, because their hair is so different.
Yeah,
And
we
their
never-
method of trying to lock it is
It's
wild.
way out there.
I've had people, because working in the cosmetic industry, people feel like they can touch you, and I'm like, no, you pay me to touch you.
Yeah.
Why
Don't
they
touch
why
me.
people just be touching?
Yo, because I used to curl my locks and whatever. So first of all, nobody had ever really seen, because I started my locks in DC. Locks is a culture down there.
Yeah.
Yo, it's
for sure.
different.
Yeah.
It's different down
Yeah.
there. So I was coming up here with all my little DC styles and whatever, and people were just like, is that real hair? Is that even black people? They were just like, what are those tracks? Like, are those braids? Nobody really understood. And for the most part, I don't mind explaining to people I don't get it, but who don't get it. But I remember this one lady came up to me. I was working at Nordstrom. I was working for MAC at the time. She was like, does that hurt? And the whole time I'm like, ma'am,
Was she
you want this Ruby Woo lipstick or not? You want the Vito liner? Ma'am? The fuck? Don't touch me. This is not a petting zoo. One boy pulled my hair. He was like, Mom, curly fries. Like, people have just
curly
done-
fries?
But the best one to me was when this lady, I was doing her makeup and she passed my hair to someone who was sitting next to her, because my hair was really long and I was, like bent, kind of bent. And she said, this feels like boiled wool. And I'm just like,
Boiled wool.
what is that? What is that?
How do you know what that feels like?
But what is that?
Yeah.
Why you boiling wool?
Why you boiling wool? Yo.
My God.
Yo. It's crazy the things when people don't understand something, it's crazy the things they come up with to explain it.
Telling you.
Or the ideas that they have
Wool,
to try. Yo,
Why are you boiling wool, friend?
friend, what are you doing in your life?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You just be
Doing
boiling wood.
something. Speaking of,
Are you boiling it? You don't fry it. No saute.
God,
speaking of lamb and wool,
Good job.
I had to get
This is what I love about you, Jen.
So we've been having this conversation for the last month or so. In Western culture, people talk about, well, not even just Western, but like America, if somebody says I was eating lamb, it's like, okay, cool, no big deal. Somebody says I'm eating goat, it sounds like all what's the word?
Bush.
And then
Yeah.
causing
Barbaric.
son, brother.
Listen, and that's what I've been thinking. I'm like, yo, ain't a lamb like a goat? And then when you look it up, the goat is actually the smarter one between the goat and the lamb.
Yes.
So it takes more work to catch that one.
But you know what's crazy?
It does.
I was watching something. I forget what it was. I don't even want to lie. But they were talking about how, like, all that stuff is relative to culture.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
there are parts of the world where, like, snake or something like that is gourmet.
Yeah.
But, like, in America, no, because when you go below the Mason-Dixon line, the
They
motherfuckers
eating everything.
roadkill.
Yeah,
So
they eating everything.
so I don't
Is it still
know.
warm?
You're right. Nope, that's a fresh one.
Cletus. Cletus.
Scrape her up.
No, you gotta say it the way she said it. Scrape her up.
Scrape her up.
Scrape her up.
Speaking of, so I was in
Speaking
shorts
of,
today.
yo, when Jen said speaking of, it makes me scared inside.
I'm like, what are you screaming?
Right. Right. Because that's the first time I'm like, where did this come up before?
But it always takes a turn. It was, so it's Halloween, like we said. I went to Shaw's to buy some cheese or something.
What's up?
2 slices of
It was
cheese.
I got mad different cheeses. I got ricotta, shredded Parmesan.
Well, you
Oh,
making
for
something.
lasagna.
Ah, yes.
Thank you.
Man.
Okay.
Full
Sorry.
fucking circle.
Oop, right over the head, Darren.
And so, I went self checkout, and I guess there was this person. It was a woman, but she was not very feminine.
Wait. She said,
Okay.
there was this person.
Okay, well, I understand why you said that now. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know what the pronouns are.
Like this distant.
Not distant.
Yeah, man.
I am
Yeah, man.
a man.
Yo.
I didn't say that.
So the old lady in front of her, she's scanning her shit, and then she looked back because the lady man person had a
You know what?
cowboy hat on. And I forgot for a second it was Halloween. So the old lady looks back and she goes, "Howdy, partner."
To Jen. To Jen, of all people.
No, she didn't say it to me, thank God. The old lady who was bringing out her stuff said it to the lesbian
the
behind
thing.
her wearing the cowboy hat. She
Yeah.
said, "Howdy, partner," and just kept scanning
Aye.
like what? You couldn't have scanned that box of prunes
It
without.
just kept going.
Yeah.
Why you had
to?
You had to.
That was her way of coping with whatever was happening in her head.
Yeah, she had to offer a pleasantry.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
I
Why
accept
was
you.
she sitting that close? You know what? When I'm at self checkout, let me tell you something. Unless you want to give me some free food,
Back up.
back the fuck up. Like I had this lady, I had to ask lady, and she was a white lady, but she's and I'm
there.
like, she could probably read the numbers on my debit card. And I turned around, and I sometimes I have a problem taking back my power. Because sometimes when people want to Columbus on you, I'm a processor.
Jesus Christ.
So sometimes, Jesus Christ, like I'm literally like, did this just happen? Did this shit just
She probably like, you taking too much.
Yo,
For
this lady
Pete's sake.
rolled up on me, and I
She's
turned
trying to
around and
pressure
I
you.
said, "Can you back up, please?" And she said, "What?" I said, "Can you back up, please?"
How's she gonna question it? Why not just take two steps back?
I'm
when she
sorry.
realized, that's
Yeah.
exactly what she.
Oh, I'm sorry. She didn't realize how close she was.
Yo, and I just kept looking at her.
Oh boy.
Until
I
she
just
backed
said,
up
"Back
with
up."
Yo, that energy right there, that was the problem. That's a WA energy right there.
because
I would have been scared if you were looking at me like that.
Oh my
Back
God.
up, sis.
because she probably went, "Oh, I'm sorry," and didn't really move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I had to like.
Hello, yeah, I know what that look means.
Oh, she went home and said, "Oh, you won't believe what's
For
open."
Pete's sake, I was trying to get home to make my meatloaf, and this woman.
Meatloaf.
Like back the fuck up.
Wow.
This is crazy because I feel like I'm always mindful of how close I am to somebody.
Some people have
No
no
concept
awareness,
of-
no concept of personal
I
space
wait
whatsoever.
until you're actually taking your bags.
yeah.
Then I will.
Because if your shit starts sliding down while I'm bagging, thank you, sis. Thank you. I don't eat meat, but somebody gonna eat it today.
Right. No, it's true. It's true. Wait. Just
Also,
wait.
while I was in the supermarket, they keep remixing cereals.
Let's see, what's the remix?
What was remix?
They remix everything. Like they put marshmallows and Fruit Loops and shit. You know what I mean?
What?
Where have you been?
Yo, I get Honey Bunches of Oats and I'm out.
I love Honey Bunches. That's
I don't
all I
be
get
looking.
too. I actually was trying to get some Honey Bunches of Oats, but I had to walk. But I love the other stuff
That's
too.
too sweet.
It's so sweet.
Honey Bunches of Oats or the
No, the marshmallows.
Right, I
and
haven't
Fruit
tried that.
Yeah,
Loops.
you don't need
And
teeth the rattling thing in that
Yo.
shit.
And I like Lucky Charms. I like Fruit Loops, but I don't want them together at the same time.
No.
So I don't eat Frosted Flakes because to me it's too much sugar. But they had Honey Frosted Flakes,
Flakes are bomb.
and I had to get them. So I haven't tried them yet.
What would you get?
Honey Frosted Flakes.
Ooh.
Interesting.
They were on sale
Yeah.
for $2. So
Honey
They're-
frosted flakes.
Honey
I've had
Frosted
them.
Flakes. How
I
about
mean,
it?
yo,
The only reason I've had them because my mom has a daycare, so like I try a little bit of everything. But I mean they taste like the regular Frosted Flakes, but you know what honey? You know how honey don't taste like sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because a long time ago there was a honey cornflakes. It was like a honey crunch cornflake. That shit was so good. And I love Honey Bunches of Oats, like I said. So I was hoping it'd be a good version of Frosted Flakes, but
Yeah, let
it's
me know
not.
how it is for $2.
Usually-
I might just give you the box because her reaction is just like, nah,
You-
bro.
Jenny, you're not gonna give me the box. You
I mean,
No, I'm not.
give me the cereal.
I'm not gonna give you the box. Steamed, boiled,
I was gonna say,
nothing.
take the steamed or broiled? Oh, boiled.
Don't want to boil it, guys. Don't want to boil it.
Only boiled wool.
Boiled wool is gonna mess with me for a
Yo,
while.
what the
Boiled
fuck
wool.
is that?
Are we off the rails? Is this the when we get off the
Are
rails?
we?
I think so.
You're
I want to
asking
ask
this
about the
part?
job thing real quick though. So Darren has had 21 jobs.
Oh yes.
Oh,
we were supposed to play
okay.
a game.
I think.
We were supposed to try to guess his job, see how far we could get.
Well, we need a list first.
Have
He
I
has a
had
list.
21 jobs? I don't
Oh,
know
did
if
I
I've
send
had
it to you?
21
No,
No,
you
I'm
How
gonna
many
try
do you
now.
think you've had? You mentioned Nordstrom's. You mentioned.
Wait. You're cheating.
Am I?
I don't know.
I'm helping her out.
I want to know if her and Darren have more jobs or less jobs.
She doesn't have 21 jobs.
I don't
Darren is an
know if
anomaly.
I've had 21 jobs.
Oh, wow, man.
Darren, that's rare.
No, he has 22 now.
Why?
Because remember, he officiated a wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, stuff like that counts?
Like side hustles? I wasn't counting
like,
side
I got
hustles.
it.
All of them.
It got to be a W-9. Is that what it's called? W-9,
okay.
W-4, whatever. Yeah, like a job where you
So
got to
22.
check and pay taxes on.
22.
Well, I'm gonna write it down, but
not including side hustles?
I was including side hustles 22. If official side hustles,
Okay,
because
because you're official now.
yeah,
God bless.
Sorry.
So would you say you've had 10 jobs?
I've done dog grooming.
What?
I've done,
So wait, before you continue, these jobs like dog grooming, where you're like, I'm passionate about dogs and grooming, and here I am.
well,
or you're
I
just
love
like, I need a job.
animals, and I had just moved to DC, and I was trying to get stuff together. And I'm not one of them people who like gonna be real picky. Like I was like, let me just do it because I was trying to work in a salon. You got to build up your clientele.
Right.
So I was like,
Start with
okay,
dog hair, move to
yeah.
human
So
hair.
and it was fun. I liked it. It was great. I mean, the company I worked for, not so much, but it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. But let me see. I've done so dog grooming, natural hair, makeup. I was a manager at Sephora. I was a makeup artist at MAC. I ran for office. I don't know if that counts at all. It's so freaking random.
Oh wait,
Okay.
I worked.
Everyone settle down. Everyone settle
what's
down.
a
Hold on.
order?
That was some.
I think I hear my mom calling me. Past my
Everyone settle
That was a
down.
lifetime ago.
So Darren has 21 jobs, but the array, your range.
I would say I don't think I've had 21, but I've done a lot.
Can you-
I've done a lot.
The office thing.
So, okay, I had just moved back from DC, and African parents. I can't even say parents because this was my mom. She was like, "Wynnel, there's a good opportunity, and when God be knocking on your door with opportunities, you might not turn your back." And I was just like, nah, sis, I don't think, because I didn't want to change who I am.
Right.
Like, I speak my truth. Like, I'm pretty outspoken. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when you're really, and I feel like when you're doing that stuff, you gotta lie a lot. You gotta schmooze.
Right.
And then the lady I was running against, she was cantankerous.
Cantankerous. That's a word.
That's African.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, this I ain't gonna give her no light, but yo, she was crazy. To this day, she don't like me, and I'm like, sis, you won. You stole it, but you won't. But when I tell you it was an experience,
Yeah.
it was amazing. I met a lot of people. I will never do it again.
What was the position or the?
It was for state representative of District 9.
Get out.
I'm like in history books. Well, I don't want to say history books, but in Rhode Island history.
So if someone searches that
if you search.
that race or whatever. Wow.
Yep.
Shit.
Like I had a campaign, like my face was on flyers. My slogan was "In it to win it."
Come on now.
Like we had t-shirts. It was dope. I'll never do it again. I remember
You should bring that slogan back for TenderYoni.
You know what?
In it to win it.
In it to win it.
Yes.
But in it.
In it though. Like
in it.
To
Like
win
in
it.
Shit.
Spell it like WYN.
That's exactly how we spelled it.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
that's exactly how we spelled
I'm here
it.
for it.
Come on,
So
man.
it was dope. But I remember when I went to the inauguration, and I remember thinking, I've never been so happy to like have failed at something.
yeah.
I was like, this shit was not for me. Oh, this was not it. This was not the move. But I tried it. You know.
Dope.
And it was
So how do
dope.
you follow that up? What job did you have after that?
I laid low
Yeah.
for a really long time, and I think I started working. I started working for Mac after that. I think
Okay.
that's when I started working for Mac.
Sheesh.
So, but yeah,
Ran
it was.
for office.
Yeah, that was
My life ain't
intense. What'd you say?
My life ain't shit.
Go
She
with.
done lived.
I've just been doop doop doop. I've lived in
What?
DC, lived in Chicago. Like I just been all over the place.
Now you got your own business. God bless.
Yes.
Look at that.
Trying to grow some roots.
Darren, are you making your list right now?
22.
What the hell? I want to know what you did.
Can we start guessing?
Go ahead.
I know you were a train conductor. That's one.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, not number one, but one.
No,
of-
that's one, but it kind of counts twice
Because
because I did it with 2 different companies.
You were a train conductor twice?
Yeah.
There's more than one train
I was-
company?
I was like, but besides Amtrak,
Right?
the Mark train.
So
trolley?
Amtrak and NBCR
trolley.
in Boston. MBTA. It was
Oh, okay.
a commuter rail in Boston.
Oh.
Okay.
He's out here driving the Mr. Rogers train through the neighborhood.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Wendy's is on the list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to beat running for office. So what's your?
I have nothing that could trump running for office. I have not run, and no one chose me to do anything.
All right.
That's crazy.
DJ.
DJ
Yep.
That's nice.
Cox Communications.
Cox.
Okay.
Stop.
You see, I didn't even think of that.
Is this fool?
Oh wait, one more. I'm 23.
He does,
on.
He does IT.
What was the name of that place?
We weren't there.
I was in, what's the life insurance people?
Aflac?
MetLife.
Is that the blue one?
Yeah.
You worked
Yeah.
there,
Aren't
nigga?
they all blue?
Bruh.
No, there was another. Was that MetLife?
I don't
It's
know,
where-
man. I
it's
don't
where-
got insurance.
Oh,
I don't got life insurance.
When I die, I die.
You know what?
I need to get it, but I don't got
He's
it.
the one over there
Listen,
working
life
there
insurance
asking us
is
about the
a
logo.
fraud, man.
Oh, another one. I forgot about
Another
that
one.
It's a
You did fraud?
No. But I worked.
Shit, Darren, just read the list to us because you keep adding as
That's
we're
what I'm
guessing.
saying.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right, so,
This is
Buck a
wild.
Book. When I
Who?
was downtown.
Oh, Buck a Book downtown.
Buck a Book.
Okay.
That was my first job.
That was high school, yeah.
Then I worked at Providence Water Supply Board.
Real quick, how old were you when you started that? The Bucket Book joint? 16?
Yeah.
Oh, then I
16,
might have had
17.
21 jobs.
If we go that far back. So Providence Water, the Museum of Natural History, Wendy's, AAA, Amtrak, MBTA, Vector, Kirby.
Oh, Vector.
Everybody worked for Vector,
Yeah.
though, with them singing knives and
right,
shit.
right.
Darren cut himself
Bad.
with the penny.
With a penny. Kirby,
The vacuum people?
the vacuum people.
Damn,
Christ.
I got one of them heavy ass fucking vacuums.
They're heavy as shit.
Heavy.
I did carpet cleaning for a bit with this company, carpet cleaning. I forgot. I worked at the State House.
Okay, you was up in there.
I was in there. Cox, Amazing Charts, Bank of
The hell
America.
is that? What's
Amazing Charts is a EMR. It's like it's software that your doctors use to
Okay.
track patients and
I was gonna
stuff.
say I worked at Amazing.
That's what I was thinking.
Did you really? I
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, we
that's why I
gotta-
thought I was going to circle
yeah,
back
we
to that.
gotta
You
go to
missed
that.
that?
Hey, we both worked at an amazing
That's what
place.
makes it funny.
Yay! So Bank of America or SAIT, CMIT Solutions, where I work now.
Now, were you working multiple jobs like at times, or were these all
The
like,
most I've ever had was 2 at a time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Turnover rate is real.
Boys and Girls Club. YMCA.
Yo, for real, I'm curious as
Oh.
to that percentage.
How long were you?
Yo,
Camp Yagu.
Camp Yago, ain't that a
I
job?
heard of Camp Yago.
Ain't that
Yeah,
far?
it's like a Y. Yeah, it's like Smithfield or North Smithfield.
Oh, no, I'm thinking
Oh no,
Canopy
no,
Lake.
no,
I
not
was
there.
like, damn, a commute.
Actually, I worked at 2 camps. I just don't remember the other one's name. And then team trivia.
What's that?
That was the.
Oh, when you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't know what that means.
Oh, he was
Right.
going
I'm like, y'all didn't say nothing.
the company would give him.
Yeah, so they would give me like a sheet of questions, and I would go to like cellos or something, and they would do like trivia night. So I ran that for like a good like year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was in addition to a
to working
Yeah.
at CMIT.
Wow.
And then SAIT, MetLife, and Citizens Bank. But Citizens Bank was like twice because I worked in the call center, and then I like left that, did something else, and then I went to the headquarters in East Providence.
Fam.
You lit.
Fam.
It's like,
Hopefully, I don't have to move again.
All right, so you don't have to answer if you don't want to. How many of those jobs are you fired from?
oh shit.
Yeah, I'll answer. One.
It wasn't half, right?
No, it wasn't
Okay.
that bad.
Darren's pondering.
2.
That's it.
Yeah.
I
that's
You
good.
got to quit. Now
I
you
think
got to quit 21 times.
I got fired more than 2
Oh
times.
yeah.
I think, yo.
Yeah?
The third. Well, you say 3, but that was like a temp job. They didn't tell me it was temp. Or when they told me when I got hired it was temp, and then when I got on, they were like, "No, this is permanent. We always have work. It's gonna be fine." And then right when they had originally told me it was gonna end, they were like, there's no more work."
And cut.
And cut. And see.
It's a wrap.
Golly. I'd like to list your jobs on.
There's actually
on the IG.
so I worked at so
Right?
24, I guess, because I worked at the Met Claro School.
I worked at the Met.
Oh, you did?
I did. I graduated from
When?
the Met.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Well, you're our age, so.
I graduated in 04, and then I came back to work. Like, I used to do summer infusion. And like, a couple things.
So you might know my wife.
Did you see her upstairs?
No, she
No,
was in
I
the
did
shower.
not.
Oh.
I mean, the name Clarabelle sounds familiar. You don't know too many Clarabelles. It sounds familiar, but I mean, we probably don't like know each other.
No, but yeah.
Interesting. This was great, guys.
So back to you working at Amazing.
Oh, yes. How could I leave this one?
What was that like?
Come on.
Did you get any weirdos?
Wait,
filling it?
no. We're
Wait,
jumping
wait,
around.
Which location?
Thank
Which
you. I need
location?
to know that first.
I'm about to put them on blast, so I don't know. The one on Thurber's and
Yes.
Eddie?
Okay. That is the
Yeah. That's
amazing.
Let me tell you.
That's the only one I trust.
Listen. Listen.
I haven't been there in a while, though.
Come on.
Listen.
I've seen some things
Oh.
in that place.
Here's why I'm here
So-
today.
What was your position?
I was a
Your
sales
job.
associate.
What was your job?
Sales associate. So I literally had to like explain sex toys to people.
God bless.
And you got to be mad comfortable with that shit, because it's like okay, so you insert this and it kind of feels like 2 fingers inside, and white people, so you got to be like, and then where the anus and the vagina connect, right there, you can play like you really got to
I could not have
gotta be real comfortable.
any remotely thing.
I want to know what your training was like, though. Did you?
My training was like, yo, you comfortable talking about sex?
So they wasn't like you sat and went through like sat through a
No.
class and they ran
Oh,
through what
please.
this was and
No.
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 So you just kind of had to figure it out on your own.
How
Damn.
do you
Yeah.
apply for that job?
So, well, here's the thing. I was already a manager at Sephora, and I was going to Liberia. So, hustler. I just I need some extra money. So, started working there. But
But do they have like applications or do you?
you go in and you ask. Yeah, they make you fill it out. But they hired me quick. Like I went in there. I was literally working like 3 or 4 days later. They because their turnover is so quick.
Yeah.
But if you work in the day shift, it's cool. When you gotta close.
Oh boy.
First of all, they got this room in the basement.
I was gonna
right?
ask about the basement
The
rooms.
movies,
I
right?
heard about the basement rooms, and I wanted to know if that's a real thing. Have you been there for a circle jerk? I heard that's what people do.
I'm
down
sorry.
Here's the thing. So while clients are downstairs, we're not down there. But you see the aftermath.
Wait.
Wait, isn't it just movies down there? though?
Wait.
Get the fuck out of here.
What's down there?
there. People doing sex stuff.
Really?
Yo,
Really?
I don't want to get nobody's license taken, so I'm just gonna say there's a lot.
Yo.
You see, there's there's semen trails and
Come on.
Oh my god.
Yo, the worst thing I had ever seen down there. The worst thing I had ever seen. The worst thing I had ever fucking seen. First of all, the boots were made out of wood. Sorry, and wood is porous.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
So
unless you
if
got some type of sealant on it. So there's like condoms like stuck to the walls. There's like drilled holes in the walls where people are getting
Goddamn
like
glory hole.
Yup, glory holes.
Yo.
The worst thing I had ever seen, I guess, I don't know if this was a fetish or
Look at
someone
his
had done
face.
some
Well, because I didn't know the basement was a thing.
But
so.
there was like some underwear with the biggest pile of shit I had ever fucking seen. And this is the thing about me, right? So I'm real cool when I get along with people, but when you try to infringe upon my rights, I'm going to stand up for myself. This motherfucker thought I was about to be picking up some shit, and I was like, oh, where was that in the job description, though? Where was that? I was not told I would have to deal with bodily fluids or waste. So
Yeah.
no.
Right.
So when I went to Liberia, right, and I came back, they didn't put me on a schedule no more.
So you're only there for a few months.
I was only there for a few months. Yeah.
So what? So the closing shift would have to go downstairs and clean.
And clean. The day shift was lit.
I thought y'all didn't close.
That's what I was supposed to say.
No, that we closed at like I ain't there no more.
Like
They closed
2,
at like
3?
2. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The latest I've ever been there was 2.
Whoa.
So
Golly.
This is thing out of turns.
I didn't.
today.
I didn't
Don't
know there
say
was
shit.
I didn't know there was a downstairs.
No,
so.
it's real.
No, 'cause-
and you have like the regulars.
Yep.
So
Oh,
they
God,
come
not
in and they buy
regulars.
their little tickets and you just but you know
Wait,
the
it's-
crazy fucking part what?
So wait. Help me out, 'cause I'm slow. So you gotta spell the things out for Darren. So literally, people would go there, and this was like a fuck area for them down there.
Yo.
Like,
Well,
in-
they're supposed to be watching movies.
They're supposed to be. So that's why I said I don't want to get
okay.
my license taken away
Okay.
from them.
All right, okay.
But you know there be some stuff like but
Okay.
the craziest thing
Got
is
it.
right. So you know you go to a pool, right, and you smell like chlorine.
yeah.
Yo, walk downstairs now.
Because
First of
we
all, the
did once.
heat.
Huh?
Me in the village, we walked down there once, and then we were like, we don't even know what the smell is. We just
Yo.
because we had heard about it.
Hey,
We
baby,
were like,
hey, babe, you busy? You busy
and
after
she's
this?
right. It
You
smells
bu-
like
But you feel the heat. Like when you
Oh.
open the door, there's
Oh.
like a moist heat.
There's nothing
That
worse than
is-
trapped ass air in the room.
Yo, and then it's crazy because before we close, like we gotta like let people know we about to close.
Hey.
So
oh man,
Hey.
wrap that shit up, B.
yo, wrap it up. Get it done.
You go home now.
Yeah. But yeah, no,
Hey,
that's
babe, you
yeah.
busy after the party? You want to go?
I was gonna say I went to the other amazing movie room, and it wasn't like that.
Near
It
Snickers?
was just movies. Yeah, that one. Wow.
Yeah. No,
Well,
this
that
one- this
one's
is-
not. I mean, I'm thinking of 2 areas.
Yeah, that one's kind of more in the open. This one's in the cut.
This
so,
is
yeah.
a little. It's intense.
Yeah. Wow. Shit.
Yeah, when we because somebody said something about people going down there doing stuff, and that's when I learned the term circle jerk.
They ain't never
And-
lied.
And so one day I think we like went out and was drinking. We're like, yo, club ended. We're like, yo, let's go down and see if this real thing.
It's fucking real, man.
Oh, it got real quick. We were like, all right,
Yo, walk
This is
downstairs. Walk downstairs. Jesus Christ!
for Pete's
There's
sake.
semen everywhere.
Smells like a fucking inner city pool.
Margaret,
What it smells like.
get the mop, Margaret. Oh.
What your mom?
Yo, and they really be like thinking you're supposed to be okay
Oh my god.
with like
No.
Picking up that shit. No.
fuck out of here, sis.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Baby, shut her.
Nope. I'll talk
There's
to you
one thing
about
to clean up
porn
after yourself.
and toys and bondage and all that shit all day. I ain't wiping up nobody's nut.
That's wild. Oh my god.
I feel like Jen was like, speaking of nut.
Anyone had an almond joy?
I would throw them shits away on Halloween when I got the fuck out of me. Oh my god.
Hey.
Wynnel, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you guys for having me. This was so
Yay.
much
This was
fun.
great.
This is amazing.
Let's give the people your social medias and all of that once more.
Yes. So I'm kind of trying to stay off my personal social media for a little bit because I want to focus on my business.
Right.
So on Instagram, you can find me at TenderYoni. That's TenDer. I'm trying to make sure I spell it right. YONI. And yeah, feel free to slide in my DMs if you got a coochie question.
Love it.
Yeah, I'll be your girlfriend. I'll hook you up.
And don't be ashamed, ladies.
No.
Talk about it.
There's
Good to
nothing
know.
wrong with taking care of yourself.
And
fellas.
November 16th.
November 16th,
The event is taking
4
place.
p.m. It's just going to be a vibe. I just want people to kind of come in, ask some questions, see the space. I will be taking appointments. I believe I have my calendar set up for the week after.
Okay.
So people can, and people have already been pre-booking.
Nice.
So yeah, like I've had an influx of like
Hey.
consultations. I'm like, not till
That
But I'm not
nervousness.
gonna stop no business So I actually have a couple consultations tomorrow. So
Nice.
So if
Yes, lit.
someone wants to reach out, like, do they send a DM via IG or do they wait until
I
after
do have the
16?
link to my website up. My website is up,
Nice.
so people can definitely contact me there. But people always just feel comfortable sliding in my DM.
What's the website?
The website is www.tenderyonis.com.
Love it. Love it. This is great.
Yeah, this is dope.
I'm excited.
I want to do this again.
Yay! You gotta come back after you open and let us know how.
Oh,
it
no,
goes.
yeah.
I
Most
know,
definitely.
yes,
Most
yes,
definitely.
yes, yes.
Thanks for
Yes,
coming
yes.
through, man. Oh, I'm
you.
hyped. Darren, anything? You want to promote your... Oh, we're not... No episode next week, guys. Sorry.
Oh yes. So yes, we're not. Bim and I are.
Unless Jen is going to... Nope. All right.
I'm on vacation next week, and the fact that I'm on vacation from this too.
I'm not partying anymore. All right, so yeah. So yeah, me and Brother Bim are taking a trip together.
We're not.
Gotta bring the
Oh
guys
damn! You shot that shit down.
It sounded
Because
cool.
it sounds like we're leaving Jen out. It sounds like we're... No.
No tummy
Sounded
sticks.
like-
No, some-
They're
We're
gonna
not
get those
going
gas
like-
station pills.
Relax. Gotta relax.
Yo,
Jen, you gotta
my
relax.
old knee.
Circling, jerking.
All right.
Sorry.
Settle down.
No. So we're not here next week.
Ooh,
We're out
that's
of
a big
town.
spider, y'all. Right there.
Ooh, right by
And I
your
got
foot, too.
arachnophobia. See, you could just step on it though.
Jen, you could have been...
Oh, gee, my nigga, no way.
So when it comes over there, you got
okay.
socks on.
I got to use my right leg.
I'm like, he got socks on.
Oh God, he's all injured.
Make sure you follow us. The smallest spider in the world is walking across
It's
the
not
He
the
about to
smallest
die,
spider.
bruh.
Make sure you follow us on the Instagram,
use his good leg.
PLSDELTHIS.
Yeah, damn, you
Use
plotting
your
on a
crutch.
spider, son.
on Facebook, on Twitter, the same handle.
Yes.
God damn it. On Facebook is Please Delete This. On YouTube is also Please Delete This.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe, share, and listen to us.
I lost it.
No, it's right there.
Good night.
No, you got it. You got it. Yes.
On Halloween.
Brother Bim is killing a spider on Halloween. That has to be some type of luck. I don't know. So yeah, make sure you follow us, subscribe, and share. And listen to us on your favorite streaming platforms such as Spotify, Speaker, SoundCloud, iTunes,
I'm right here, guys. Y'all
and
lit.
all that other place.
We
Google
everywhere.
Play. Yeah.
YouTube.
Apparently.
Look at my face on YouTube.
Yes, you should watch this episode on YouTube. It's more satisfying.
Yes.
Yeah, Wynnel has bomb earrings on. So
Yes.
you gotta
Oh,
see
They say
thank you.
queen.
Oh, thank you. She's your queen.
Thank you definitely for stopping by and joining and the
Thank you for
banter with
having
us.
me.
What else can we tell the good people before we take off?
Watch My Name is Dolomite on Netflix. It
Oh,
was
I
good.
saw half of it.
Yeah,
It was good. I gotta finish.
Yeah, it was a good flick. Yeah,
Good.
Eddie
I
did
love
his
Eddie
thing.
Murphy.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, people were nervous about that. Okay, yeah, I gotta see that.
Yeah, you gotta see it. And then it's dope. They add clips from the original Dolomite movie.
Okay.
So you can see that they weren't playing around with the stuff that you see in this movie.
Okay.
It was like, yeah.
It's
So
really happened.
it's dope.
All right.
Yeah, very dope.
Good shit. Good shit. Guys, have a good weekend. We'll see you or talk to you in a couple weeks.
Word.
Bang, bang, bang.
Peace. Oh, rest in peace, Pops.
Happy
Yeah.
November. Happy the Thanksgiving. Don't skip over Thanksgiving and start putting up Christmas shit, please.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, it's done. It's already done.
Yeah, it's done. Enjoy your trees.
Send us your
y'all.
candy.
You gotta flick it up, yo. Get the camera.